Same. We are live.
Sure. That is live on Twitch. Oh, should probably put the timer on.
Yeah.
Timer.
Yep, we're live.
Cute.
We will start with the preference of Neil's having some technical difficulties, so he might only be joining us through Discord.
Yeah, Lugrim is being possessed by demons.
Yep, Alsphere Control did not like it, so he took over his laptop.
Yep.
Ex-warlock.
His laptop's unionized.
His laptop joined another cult.
Yeah, he joined a different cult. Oh, it's bloody hot today, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I'm not currently hugging a fan.
I have my fan here. Yep. My honestly tiny desktop fan, which is only like a foot across because we ordered the wrong one.
Oh.
It's fine, it works. It just I can't put it on my desk is the main issue with it. So it's next to the sofa that I sit on.
Mm-hmm.
It works great. Tired. The heat's making me sleepy.
It's too warm. For this time of year, it is too warm.
Honestly, I'm fine with it because for once where I live, it's actually fairly dry heat. When it gets humid, it destroys me. But
I mean, Scotland is just humid anyway, so
yeah. England usually is as well, but for once it's fairly dry unless I like walk towards where the river near me is, which is literally like about 2 minutes down the road. But for once where I am is fairly dry heat, so it feels okay.
I mean, I know around me this morning it was just thick fog.
Oh, that was a friend of mine's too. They sent a picture of outside their house and it looked like Silent Hill was coming.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had that for a couple of days.
Like, what the hell?
Okay. Here we go. I was just trying to update Tarragon's sheet so she'd actually have stats.
Yeah.
No, if she doesn't have stats, she can't die, and that's fine.
No, she
I mean,
doesn't.
we can push her from the train and check.
No, she doesn't have hit points. That's
I
the
will
thing.
have a second immortal on the team then.
She has hit points. She has 37 hit points.
So she has.
Only 12.
She is 12. Honestly, that's decent hit points for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
She does have 3 levels of Paladin.
Yep.
Let's just get the Golden Guardians attached to her.
And an okay, and an okay con by the sounds of it as well.
She's got +3.
Nice. You got the same con as Alvina. Jesus.
She did have to survive on the streets.
Yeah.
She's an urchin.
Urchin power.
Alrighty then, while we wait for our ex-warlock to deal with their patron business, shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yep.
I think we should.
Close.
Ooh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to World of Alterra, the Shattered Alsphere, episode 72, The Orange Tankard.
Oh! Yay.
Yay.
Before we get into the quick recap, let's go around and... you know what? I love making the players do the recap. We'll just make them do the recap while they're doing their voice checks. So, each player give me a quick sentence of what you remember about the last session and or any important details you think are worth bringing up. Alvina, we'll start with you.
Howdy! The ones that I'd say would be, always believe the child when they say someone is evil, and the point is wrong.
Let's not be too hard on the point. They just wanted caution. Good reasons.
She had a voodoo doll in her bag!
And had she not been a Nagpa, you would have just killed an old lady without hesitation, you would have.
Yep.
Yep,
It's
you're
a
right,
new
Chris.
universe. Voodoo dolls might not be evil here.
It's not a voodoo doll.
You also don't know it was a voodoo doll. It could have just been a very badly crocheted straw doll.
I did an Arcana check. It was a voodoo doll.
Oh,
Well, you knew it was a voodoo doll. Vina didn't.
Alvina didn't walk into the room until it had been identified, I think was the bit.
Dr. Zormir!
There's someone watching us, and I tried to confront them. It didn't go well.
Oh yeah, Zormir's racist against changelings. That was another thing we discovered.
I'm not sure racist, more a kink.
Not sure if
I
that's
love
better
your-
or worse.
I love your.
I mean,
canon.
honestly, it's really on his knife edge.
I love your canon, TR, but no, it was more just a. Why are they not acting like the rest of them? What is their thing?
Ah, so
Why?
Zormir's a
Then why is
sun-
it written in the wiki then?
So Zormir's a
In
tsundere.
the
Got
wiki,
it.
is it?
Zormir's a tsundere. Got it.
Lie to me. Other Chris. I know none of you update the wiki.
Let's update the wiki.
That thing is so old.
Give me a bit.
Outdated.
I'm gonna find the
I'm not even
Alterra
sure if
wiki.
you ever told me how to.
You need to request wiki permissions for the account you create on the World of Alterra website, because you can make an account on the World of Alterra website and ask for wiki admin permissions.
I like, by the way,
Okay.
I have found 3 different companies called Alterra, and they're all not this one.
Yeah.
More importantly, though,
Alterra is a
none of
fairly
them
common name.
None of them is in the fantasy or
Yeah.
fictional industry, which is all I needed to care about.
One
there
of them
are
is,
couple,
actually!
Mhm.
One of them's in the Subnautica universe, apparently. That's unfortunate.
That's fine because that's
sci-fi.
trade rated as Nautica.
That's sci-fi. That's fine.
Well, no, it's the top level isn't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, dear God, you wouldn't be able to trade right anything because one fantasy world has like every single name possible.
The 40k universe would just own the everything.
Yeah,
It has
exactly.
everything. It has everything. So is that a Neo we've got back?
Yes.
Maybe we'll find out in a second. Fuck
Maybe.
you. Let's see what you remember about last week.
It's
So,
through
fuck
my
you.
phone.
Oh, cool.
Go.
So, fuck you. Did fuck you things, pickpocketing people, whilst not being seen. Managed to stab himself on a doll somehow, and then
Cloths, razor sharp.
yeah, then got paralysed.
You also made 5 platinum.
Oh yeah, made five platinum by selling the doll.
I don't think it counts if it's inner party gold.
I think it counts if it's fuck you's personal gold, to be
Yeah, it's
honest.
Fuck you, personal gold.
Then we can put that as an
Which
exception.
came from the point.
Yeah.
And then someone ruined my voodoo doll.
I don't know what you're talking about.
True. Gwent.
Hello there. I remember there being quite a lot of people being paralyzed and stupefied,
Yeah.
and a lot of and reroll because we're crap at this and reroll. A lot of bad rolls is what I remember from last time.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of shockingly bad rolls.
Couldn't roll above an
Hopefully,
True.
this time will be better.
I doubt it.
2.
Yeah, true.
And the point parent of the year.
Yeah, they realised that maybe civilization isn't all it's cracked up to be. Definitely not because they were charmed. Also, they
Also-
got a very evil macaroni pic. Well, fuck you, got a very evil macaroni picture that I'm very suspicious of.
Also, you almost broke a window. Or actually, almost
Yeah,
broke
I
your
was gonna
skull.
say,
Almost
Yes,
broke your
I-
skull
I-
on a
I-
window.
To throw
windows.
myself out of a window and failed.
You almost broke your skull on a window. I think it would be a closer
Yep.
one that you almost broke a window.
Last but not least, having suffered from technical ghost issues, Lou Grimm.
still am.
Still are. Fortunately, your phone
Yeah.
quality is dreadful.
It's awful. You sound like an Xbox mic from like 2000.
So you'll forgive me if I don't ask you to deliver any
I remember
long-term
Gwen
monologues.
asking me. I remember Gwen asking me how easy it is to form a cult and
Oh
to
yeah.
take down a
Kill a
god.
god.
Very nice, very
Whose
nice.
cult is going to grow?
Gwent's gonna make sure of it.
All of you know it's no longer a cult. It's a political activist movement.
You say potato.
You say cult.
No, crispy heads, yeah. So, previously, the players had a long rest. They got up in the morning. They went for a lovely commute, bringing along young Paragon, because, you know, the party just met her. They didn't want to leave her alone on the ship in case she burnt it out of spite or something.
Or got eaten.
in that
Too
time...
many cigarettes for Zormir's liking.
To be fair, that's...
Cigarettes.
Yeah, that's not Tarragon. That's your other problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Lucas.
But as for the ship burning,
Lucas.
Those you left behind. But you stumbled upon potentially some hint of a grander conspiracy involving a Nagpa that may indicate the downfall of Bastion and Rebellion civilization. I'm sure it's nothing.
So
You
reported
eventually
to the police, it's
arrived.
not our problem anymore.
You eventually arrived in the nest. Just go look at the map, and you made your way uneventfully to the Rebellion headquarters, where you now find yourselves. Now, you do have directions to the Orange Tankard. It's one of the buildings in the inner courtyard. It's got a nice front-facing storefront. As you can kind of glance at as you're coming into the major courtyard between the kind of like front security gates. And it's got this lovely kind of wooden aesthetic. While the building itself is made out of stone, it looks like they've deliberately gone out of their way to instill this wooden storefront face to it. You can see there's a couple like a little... They have the little like outcropping kind of tables and chairs with some railings around it for like a little outdoors lunching area.
Yeah.
And hanging above it in a kind of large curved wooden sign is the Orange Tankard with what appears to be a sketching and a painting of a orange warforged, quite a rounded kind of bulbous warforged, holding up a tankard with orange foam spilling out of it.
Have we reported the Nagpa to anyone yet?
You have not. This is just you entering the headquarters. First, as a reminder, you also know where the kind of residential district is. It's kind of, you can get to it via there's secondary doors to the top left and top right in these little alcoves over here. They're normally, they have like a second layer of security to them, but you're able to get your way past that if you want. And they have effectively, not quite barracks, but I guess like ensuite, like residential rooms that you may find in larger conference-style buildings.
So, report to Darkseid about the Nagpa, and then go find his son.
Pretty much, or
Well,
report
we
to
don't
some.
all need to go report. One of you can go do that, and we'll...
Yeah, someone report it.
Who
to...
do you trust to go off by themselves?
Me.
Yep.
Yep. Off you go, Zormit. Because also, if we find Little One Darkseid, you're probably the person we want to talk to them the least. So, 2 birds with 1 stone, really.
So, yeah, is this we don't want Zormir talking to small Darkseid, or we don't want to talk to big Darkseid?
Both.
Who knows?
Don't want to talk to Big Dark Side. I heard there was a champagne brunch. I will be heading there.
Also,
We did get
We are
promised
literally going to a pub.
We are literally going for
Yes.
breakfast. Essentially.
Okay.
It's
You're
the
going
only
to a
reason Gwent
tavern.
is there.
also try my idea of at least convincing his friends to join our mad dash of distraction.
Suicide mission. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get there first before we start recruiting people, unless it's for Fordu's cult.
So as you guys
I mean,
are
in which
case we will do.
discussing
They can join
in the
cult.
courtyard, enjoying there's a little bit of like light, very trim-cut grass meadows around inside here. Got a slight lilac color to them amongst some of the purple trees around you. But as you're making a decision, orange dot is the Orange Tavern. The gray dot is where Damien's room is. Damien is going to be represented by gray. because he's the diluted version of his father.
He's little dark side.
Yep, and obviously if you want to go to the dark side or interact with the rebellion in general, go to the black dot. Go ahead and move your characters wherever you would like to initially split up, or you can just stay in the courtyard and wait if you want to wait for like people to return to things.
I think
Luke,
we want
I cannot
to...
guarantee that one of you will not get into a combat while the others is away, and thus this matters.
That's entirely fair. I think that we were gonna have Alvina and someone who can use magic go to his room, right? Because Alvina can track. And someone can said if we get some item of his, we might be able to fight him, as unlikely as it is. Because he'll probably be scry-proof.
Person.
Yeah, we did decide against the scrying because
Yeah.
if Darkseid
We
can't
figured
find
it was
him-
anti-scrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
if,
might be able to find something.
Darkseid could scry him, he would send the feathers after him.
We might be able to find something, so I think Alvina with Tarragon on shoulders, I assume. Because it usually is. Going that way, to his room.
Yeah.
Who let's come with? And is it going to be
Lou
fuck
would
you?
be going to the tankard.
Okay, so you're literally leaving Alvina and fuck you alone to go through a person's room.
I mean,
If anybody's gonna find stuff.
Yeah, I'm giving you fair warning of this, essentially.
I mean, wasn't it part of the plan that fuck you go find Damien as well to like intimidate and charm potentially his way? Because like fuck you's got like this maybe one of the highest in charismas in the team.
I think you have the highest.
So I think we were just gonna try and not intimidate him first, but have that as a backup.
Yeah.
I got a
Does-
+9 intimidation,
Yeah, fuck he's got
+9
Yeah, 13.
persuasion.
13, Jesus.
Persuasion.
What's your
Fuck, he's only got +7.
I've got +9.
Yeah.
We're just going to go talk. Talk, lads, talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
The
use
the
words.
administrator's kid was in the orange tankard, right?
Yes, the administrator's kid hangs out in the orange tankard, and for convenience, will be there.
Yes. Did we get a name for them, or is it just the administrator's kid?
You did not. You also did not ask for a description.
The administrator's a Warforged, right?
The administrator is a Warforged, yes.
So there's at least a 10% chance they're a Warforged.
That's how Warforged reproduction works, yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming that Warforged reproduction works like the movie Robots. So they get like it delivered and just build it themselves. Like
Making the baby's the fun part.
Exactly. The Alvina's go into the room essentially.
Solid, fuck you will come with you as well.
Yay! Well, he's not gonna have any possessions after this.
So how to convince him to join us on the giant rock? Just put all his stuff there.
We've already moved you. We assumed you'd say yes. We already moved your entire house.
All your stuff's already there.
If you want to see your stuff again, join us.
Yeah, sure.
All right. As you guys all make your way to your respective locations, I'm just going to take 5 seconds because I've already ran out of water. And I'm going to need it because this is predominantly a talking session.
Yep.
So discuss
also-
your plans of what you'd like, and then I'll do the initial scenery as you get there. Actually, before I go, Zormir, you interact with the receptionist, whose name I've forgotten, but I'm sure someone will remind me.
I don't think we actually got her name. Actually, no, Alvina got her name. Wait a minute. I know Alvina was like making sure she was all right, and they had quite a rapport. So I've probably got the name somewhere.
Also, I should be getting food shortly. The other should go any second.
That's fair. Apparently, it's Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Because you deliberately made.
Yep,
a point of
Annabelle.
learning
There's
it.
Annabelle. Yep, I've got it.
You interact with lovely Annabelle, who's become a recurring character.
As she should.
She's great.
Are you just passing information to Annabelle, or are you requesting to directly see Darkseid?
Probably speak with Darkseid directly about.
Darkseid or one of the like leaders at least, right?
I'll be right back.
Cool. And we'll get to that after I go get some water then. Perfect time to take a quick 5 seconds.
5 second break. So we're basically gonna just tear apart,
Ruin his room,
ransack his room to try and find something. Yeah.
Oh no, fuck you. Fuck you's just being told that we're gonna go to his room, and fuck you's like, oh cool, free stuff.
Alvina's going to actually search for stuff, but she's not going to care if you nick things, as long as they're not things that basically matter for us finding him. She's just like, I don't care. Why would I stop him?
I mean, fuck you's definitely going to be looking for posters, like
Notebooks, diaries.
yeah, diaries definitely, like trophies for like if he's done any sports or anything like that.
Shot put. You're going to see the shot put trophy.
Yeah.
What about like a picture of them and their friends? That could be useful.
Them and their dad. Nah.
I doubt he'd probably have a picture of him and his dad.
Yeah, I'm still working on the theory that Damien is just a clone.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
He's doing a whole Django Fett thing.
He's got a small, young clone. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Oh, I just realised I was meant to bring one of my fire animals to track. Oh well.
Oh, at least nothing's been burned down.
They don't breathe fire. They're just fire element infused creatures. I don't think they actually breathe fire.
You say that. Don't forget, fuck you also has sword off in his pocket.
I know, but I was going to bring one of the foxes.
It's sort of for tracking.
Yeah, we've actually we've used the dogs and things for actual contextual like tracking for it. That's how we found you. Before.
You can also breathe fire as well.
I breathe fire. They don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can also do that. So
fire.
We're not having the
towards it.
We're not having the fire breathing quality.
Where would we like to begin?
I don't know.
Oh, is Zormir back?
You're back, so you.
Let's do Zormir because there's technically could resolve the quickest.
Yeah.
Annabelle informs you, because mainly you're going to ask where Darkseid is. They aren't always in their council room. You know, they're a busy person. But asking Annabelle to request a meeting or where Darkseid is gets you the information that Darkseid is not currently available.
Talk to any of the rebellion leaders would probably do it.
Who has been left in charge? Second in command, then? Or one of the actual council? This is quite important information.
Oh, well then I can take a note for you if you would like. I can pass it on to the appropriate representatives. Generally, busy people are busy. I'm pretty sure Selena is over in the Druid Groves if you would like. You'd have to go to the Academy District if you would like to go and speak with any of the more prominent members. I actually don't know where that old grumpy fellow tends to reside. He refuses to give me a permanent address of residence and just collects his mail whenever he passes by.
Whenever I ask, he just laughs.
Is someone from was it the Golden Hearts?
Golden Heart's probably a decent shout.
Around that I could report.
No, you'll find them preparing for their next excursion. They'll be down in the district name forgets me, the barracks district.
Okay. Well, could you get this message to
Yubi.
Who?
Yubi, the Gold Heart leader.
As the leader as quickly as possible, because this is of quite importance.
Apocalyptic.
Do you have quite apocalyptic importance to the settlement itself? I don't know if you've heard of a thing called a Nagpa before.
A Nagpub?
I don't know.
Nagpa.
I don't know if we know they're called Nagpas, do we?
I think.
Yeah.
How do we call it?
Right enough.
I can't remember if we actually checked or we got told afterwards.
For those interested, the actual district name, which is what she would use, would be the Mud Forge for the Barracks Military District.
Mudforge.
and Stolen Thought for the Academy District.
Well, to put it simply, they are an entity that infiltrates and basically destroys whole structure of the civilization to gain power.
I like that.
So we don't want them hiding in amongst this population. I believe Darkseid would want to know about these things and be able to deal with it a bit more quietly, or at least be on alert for it. So I do believe it's quite urgent. But if there's no
One second. She pulls out a giant binder and thumps it down on the table. You can see there's dozens of sticky notes on it, and just starts like going through it, tilling it at an angle so you can't see over the desk. Yes. Here. And would you say that this is a catastrophe of absolute destruction and undoing to the entire civilization of the rebellion?
Yes.
Okay, so that comes under a priority low. And I'm supposed to give you the response that, yes, this is the rebellion. We're fighting 3 empires. That's just Gabrandai.
Fair enough. But
And for those interested, Gabrandai is just Thursday. That's just Thursday.
Every Thursday, yeah.
Right.
I do like your organization of your files.
It's
and
not
stuff.
mine. It's the old guys. The kobold one.
Oh,
I realized most of them are old.
Yeah.
We really need more diversity.
Also, there's
in the
2
rebellion.
kobolds also as well.
fair enough.
But I'm going to assume this is a intrigue plot request, and I'll send it along to the ink hearts.
Go, done.
That would be helpful. And thank you for your assistance, and I am sorry I had to bring more bad news to this place.
Oh no, that's fine.
And you
I
said
am
this
supposed
is
to
just
remind
Thursday?
you. Oh yes, I mean if it's not one cult, it's a secret society or an anti-Noid conspiracy, or what was that one doomsday cult we had? Apparently they got it into their brain, or that Noid kind would be better off if we wouldn't have to endure any more suffering if all the Noids were dead. I think it was a little backwards. I can see the logic that people wouldn't suffer if everyone was dead. But as someone who enjoys, going home at night and getting dolled up and having a lovely, night out in the town, I'm quite opposed to being dead.
Yeah. Yes.
But from what I heard, apparently the Ink Hearts did some truly atrocious things, and you won't find those guys about anymore. So you
That's
don't
good.
worry. You rest your head at night knowing that all the bad guys are quietly having their throats slit in the night.
Okay. I'm glad you're now aware of the other minor. Oh, I don't even know what to say anymore. Sorry, but thank you for your help and thank you for your assistance. I will get back to my friends and helping them deal with what we are dealing with.
Absolutely.
Can you also apologize to Darkseid for bringing another thing?
Oh, don't you worry. Darkseid loves problems to solve.
Also, this one
Between
wasn't.
you and me, I think the guy's a workaholic.
Also, for once, this one's not our fault. I think it'll be refreshing.
Makes a change.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Darkseid particularly like any kind of brand of liquor or tea or something? I feel like I need to get him something to.
Oh, unfortunately, we have a
relax.
policy not to accept food or drink gifts from unknown sources.
Okay.
As they're considered
Friendly,
bribes.
No, for
They're
the
considered
obvious reasons.
Death.
For the death reasons. That's why Alvina's fine.
Look, you'd think a detect poison would catch everything, but surprisingly not, especially if you can find some rare blue arcanite.
Or acid.
Okay. I mean, I know what blue arcanite is, but
But
hiding
you
poison,
know what
that's
blue
a-
arcanite is? I'll be honest, it goes over my head. I don't know what they're talking about when they. You overhear a lot of little snippets as the receptionist, and I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of half of it.
pointing it to sort of part of his armor and like a gem that's made of parts of arcanite and the glyph. It's things he used to do magical things. Don't worry too much about it. It's
Oh, that's very nice. You should gift that to me. She just like bats her eyes at you.
I've got a response I think I know Zormir would exactly say, and it's very funny. Only Alvina accepts that kind of bribe. Only works on Alvina. Puppy Dog Eyes only work on Alvina.
this is part of my armor and kind of important to me to be able to fight and all that, so I respectively
Oh, that's a shame. Then I guess I'll just put
Fine.
your message in with the mail, and the old guy can collect it when he comes by. He normally comes by every like 5 months.
He has been in the office a lot more recently. Because I think he's been in twice in a week.
inventory. What do I have? I think those dust are gone.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. What? Are you under the same policy of something liquor or that you wouldn't accept it because you're worried about being poisoned? I'll
Are
get
you
some-
going to poison me?
No,
Is that why you're asking?
no. But
I'm just saying, it's a very suspicious thing to ask.
It is a suspicious thing to say.
You do have a point there. It's just more. If I gave you a gift of something of edible, would you refuse it due to that statement you made earlier?
What depends? How expensive is it?
I don't know. I haven't bought anything yet, but I will buy something for you to expedite the message, if it would help.
Make a charisma check.
Charisma.
Please nat one. I want you to nat one so hard right now.
Oh,
'cause
my
this is-
charisma's not that great. Just to check.
Just roll it, I think. Yeah, we go. That sounds about right. So you see that, you've got +2 to it. That's not bad.
Yes, getting me something expensive would expedite the process.
Okay.
Just
I will come back later with.
Why do I-
something.
Bob, Zobe, Bob.
Yes.
Tell Alvina this later. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. I was.
I literally just look through my own inventory. It's like, yeah, I've got that. Cool. I'm good. I'm good.
I will see you later. Thank you.
I truly hope not. Have a lovely day.
That sounds like customer service to me. Yep.
Service with a smile.
She hates you.
I'm checking. Sarcasm.
She
And-
hates you.
How much disdain in her voice, basically.
And 0. She's like, there is a switch, and it's only because you are like focusing on it, where she goes from clearly just taking advantage of you, having a bad day, and like pressing it onto you. There's definitely something eating at her that she's taking out on you. To just in that instant, her eyes light up with genuine care as she says, "Have a lovely day," and there is not a hint of any negative energy.
Oh,
The slight word
bugger.
of, as I leave out, it's good.
I've just maybe clicked something. Oh no. Oh dear.
You know, head to the bar, and I'll
no.
arrive when I arrive.
Yep. So we'll do the first little scene off that. Let's do the bar just because I wanna introduce the new map.
Oh wait, I was muted. Let's try that again. Ooh.
It is nice.
I guess
I do like it.
let's turn this on 1 second.
Oh, it's gone.
Can't see it.
Yeah. That's
I'm blind.
we could really use a way to detect Nagpa.
I was like, there is a non-zero
Shall we-
chance. There's a non-zero chance that she.
Well, we've got a way to detect Nagpa. She's just over in Damien's room right now.
Yeah, Alvina's carrying her on his shoulders.
That all depends if you decide to listen to her.
I do. Alvina absolutely listens to her.
Yeah,
White
and
doesn't.
I know Alvina does, but
I've learned my lesson.
There we go.
Yeah,
have you though?
I mean, he's got like he's missing about 15 hit points that says yes, he's learned his lesson. I think I broke his arm.
Public transport, if you get a bad vibe from someone, it's probably legit this time.
They're evil. They're pure evil and bent on the destruction of humanity.
If they have a noxious smell on them, they're bad.
A noxious smell that only a child can smell. Don't forget.
Yes.
Oh, it's getting more and more worse. It's getting worse.
If the
Let's
kids,
make the child smell
Technically,
everyone.
it's just Tarragon. You don't know that any child would have this. Just that
Yeah,
Tarragon
but-
seems to have really astute senses.
A child, not all child.
all child,
Go
all
sniff them. Go on,
child,
baby, go
Oh.
sniff them, sniff them.
get him.
It about
Alright,
knowing if something with poisoned holsters rooting through the garbage.
Actually, yeah, that might be it.
Most people have sniffer dogs. We have a sniffer child.
That sounds so wrong.
Our trap
Yeah.
are goblins, so
Ah! The people are gone. You
Everybody's dead.
just.
It's an empty bar.
That was
It's
one
a
of-
trap.
That was one hell of an AOE that just went up. Ah! Have you put the
Yeah,
people
well, nobody
below?
checked for traps.
You put the
It
people.
just happened.
You put the people below the map, I think, or on the GM layer. You've been messing around with layers, aren't you?
Well, because now it's just the
Really?
people.
I really
Because now it's
shouldn't
only the
be.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the map got accidentally deleted. Wild.
Well, shit.
If you press Control Z, it should. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just resize it. Luckily, there's them like actually hidden on the map itself.
There we go.
I have no idea what the hell just happened there.
I have
Well,
no
it's
clue.
based in the characters. Oh, we're all having technical issues. Let's try that again. Because the map should be on the map layer, so I'm not even sure how it managed to get deleted. You guys spread it a little bit. Will I try and... not Zoomer. Zoomer, you're over here for now. There we go. Get rid of the orange dot. There we are. Cool. A cleric, an ex-warlock, sorcerer, and an artificer walk into a tavern.
ouch.
There's
No, that only works when it's a bar. Damn it.
No, it does work with a tavern. It's just you just look really, really dumb.
Mm.
D&D version.
Who walks into a wall?
So why the long face?
Was that a horse joke? I don't appreciate those.
Oh, I was talking to Lou.
Also, the only part of him that's horse isn't his face.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I
you-
forgot
That's
Gwen
what
was
makes it
part
so
horse,
bad.
and I hated it.
Yeah, I think he's a centaur in the traditional sense, not a centaur in the human body with a head of a horse.
As
both
you enter this
awesome.
tavern,
Rainbow Jack.
Anyway,
other than what you see around you, you also get the scent of orange citrus in the air and a kind of low bubble of casual conversation throughout the tavern, as well as this mix of what appears to be low, like kind of subtle soft jazz mixed with some string instrumental. just emanating throughout the tavern. There is no visible source or direction that it seems to be coming from. What would you like to do?
I'm going to the bar.
Yep, I'm also going to the bar.
Is it past noon? Then you're allowed to drink.
Yes, bar.
We've had a stressful
Time's
morning.
not a concept here.
I think it is.
You
It
don't
very
have to do it.
explicitly is.
I mean, there's no
You
sun.
can't see the
so
sun at
when
midday.
is noon? Yeah.
Actually,
You walk up to the bar, and behind the bar is this quite large, bulky, but rounded-shaped warforged, entirely orange, apparently dressed in, or not really dressed, like built in the style of almost a monk.
Yeah, he's the Buddha. Hell yeah.
Cool.
I like this guy.
Ah, hello there, sir. What would you recommend?
Head swivels towards you. I didn't think about how I wanted these guys to sound.
Well,
Max headroom all the way.
I don't know. What
Oh, yes.
I imagine they're gonna have, if it's like the bartender one, I imagine it have like the like deep comforting bartender voice, right? Because it's a
I'll
design
do my
for it.
best. Good morning, patron. How may I assist you this fine morning? Would you like a hit of orange?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Why are you asking from all the way at the door?
Please come forward. Welcome to the Orange Tankard. Friend
Thank you.
and home to all who serve the rebellion's interest. Now, will that be 3 fuzzy oranges?
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Why are they fuzzy?
Sounds
Excellent.
delicious.
And like as his hands retract from each other, they break up into multiple hands, and the arms go about getting glasses and tankards from underneath the bar, and you can hear a noise of gushing water from underneath as he pulls 3 wooden stained tankards with orange foam bubbling over the lips and passes them to you. That will be 1 silver each, please.
Luke pays for them all.
Hey!
Thank you,
I
Luke.
turn to this guy next to me. You see him over there? Very generous guy.
Always get your round in. It's the rule of pubs.
As a very red pockmarked face with a bulbous nose lifts up, and you can see a glassy look in his eye, smell just a very, you don't even know how it's possible, but very ripe smell of orange from him.
Actually, I've smelt that before. Yeah.
As he looks at Gwen. Hi, brother.
Do you speak drunk?
Speaking halfling.
I'm going to say yes and smile. Yes.
This is actually quite a large furbolg.
You might be speaking halfling.
Are you speaking halfling?
Do you speak halfling?
I do not.
Then you don't know.
With a large paw, he raises up his hand
I can translate.
and tries to bring Gwen in for like a semi-hug or like headlock.
I don't know.
Would you like to try and dodge it?
Nope. I'm accepting it. I'm trying to build a cult here, people.
Then you get pulled in, and just right in your face, this hot orange air. The guy asks again. Ooh, abada.
Yabba dabba doo.
I imagine my face is just pushed into the chest, so I give like a thumbs up. Like, yeah.
Obviously, this is up to Gwen, but
What's he saying?
can I cast comprehend languages so we know what the guy's actually saying?
I don't think that's a language.
But it's Gwen's choice. If he's happy to just go along with whatever the guy could be saying.
Oh, like if you cast it on me, I happily accept it. But I'm trying to roll with the blows. I'm trying to help.
Gwen, give me an insight check.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say con save. I'm not gonna lie.
He hugged you.
So this guy's so drunk, trying to speak to him makes you drunk.
Just the fumes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the fumes off his breath.
Holy shit, that was one hell of an insight.
He knows his actual name.
Gwen, you know that as you're kind of being pushed into his chest, you can audibly hear the processes going on inside this furbog's stomach right now, and become acutely aware that you should very desperately step to the side right now.
Poor point.
Oh.
What would you like to
I'm
do,
just
Gwen?
leaning on the bar, waiting for a good time to chat to the bartender while this is happening.
I'm gonna just
Misty step.
put my hand on his belly and cast Lester Restoration.
Ooh, okay.
It's like, no, I can't escape. This is the best way to get rid of this.
I mean, alcohol is a poison usually, right?
It
Yeah.
is a poisoned. As you cast your spell, going as quickly as you can hear liquid
Bad things
sloshing
coming.
up
Mm.
this guy's chest. Your spell emanates throughout him. You can see the magic pouring in to this figure, and what was previously a slouched over, clearly has been like here either all night or got here super early in the morning, to the point where they smell like they desperately need to not be here right now. Suddenly their glassy eyes and the red hue on their cheeks disappears. And before where there was a glassy eyes, there is now a sharpness and an anger.
Yeah, I was
as
about
the
to.
room becomes into focus around him. But we'll come back to that in a second.
I was about.
That's
to,
not relevant.
I was about to type
God
in.
damn it.
I was about to type in 50-50. You've either made a new best friend for life, or he's about to punch you. There's no middle ground here.
Yeah.
The point. Something's happening to your left. You're not entirely sure what.
Yeah.
You said you
As
wanted
soon
to.
as Gwen mentioned we're going to start a cult, I'm just like, oh, okay, they're here to do that.
What would you like to do? The point. The barbarian is at your disposal.
Yeah, sip my drink a bit. Say, bartender, I was
For
hoping
no.
to meet.
As you sip it, it tastes very much like orange pop with a hint of alcohol underneath it. It's almost like an alcohol pop fizzy drink.
It's kind of like a fizzy, like mimosa, but orange.
Nice.
Yes.
This is to sip. Oh, this is very nice. Bartender, I was hoping to meet someone while I was here.
Ah. Well, what are your interests, my young stud?
Well played.
Not like that.
Artificery, music.
Not like that, but once I've found the person I'm looking for.
Maybe.
Maybe like that.
But you're going to be a special one because you're an artificer. That's a rare thing.
Actually, the
You're a
people
big
who,
deal.
mind you say, people who go against the grain, the movers and shakers, the people who have an impact, let's say.
If your hands were salt. If your hands were salt.
I'm afraid I
trying
do
to
not
describe-
understand your request. Can you please reword it?
I don't understand, Siri.
Please
So,
rephrase your question.
So I'm trying to describe the people Damien's hanging out with without explicitly saying, yeah, resistance is a bit shit, isn't it?
And you are doing a perfect job. Unfortunately, this Warforce does not seem to comprehend the subtle message you are conveying.
Okay.
Just say I'm looking
well,
for Damien
we can
Darkside.
worry
It's
about that
easier.
later. Anyway, actually, I'm here on a job. I was asked to come and find. I realise now I was never actually given his name. The son of the administrator. I hear he was around here somewhere.
He's about to puke up on Gwent, actually.
Unfortunately, I cannot provide confidential information.
We cannot give
Okay.
confidential information about our
Are you able
content.
to tell me their name?
You just see him like kind of pause for a second.
Processing.
My good stud. Unfortunately, that is confidential information.
Okay. Is there any information about them that isn't confidential?
I'd like to buy him a drink.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Actually,
Yeah.
can I order an orange fuzz for that guy?
Which guy?
The one
For
that you
the
can't.
administrator's son.
Yes. Please provide me a name and a location for the administrator's son.
Shit.
Yes, what table number
think-
is it? Yeah.
Well. Name. Well, I think we both know his name. Location. Orange tankard.
I see. He just like starts pouring a drink. He takes it and just places it on the bar. That will be 1 silver, please.
I'll hand over the silver.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just goes back into resting mode. Your drink has been delivered to the Orange Tankard.
There's worth a try.
Thank you, good sir. I will.
Please inform the administrator's son that their drink is ready.
Shout it into the room at the top
You
of
know,
your
I'll
lungs.
take it to them. And then I'm
You
just
see
gonna.
like 2 arms come back and give you like a little finger guns. Okay, stud, come back anytime.
I finger guns back. I'm just gonna go for a wander round, just see if there's anyone who looks about
Like
right.
the administrator.
Yeah.
Like the administrator's son. Can you give me in less than 3 sentences what exactly is it you're looking for?
Actually, I'm not gonna find the administrator's son. I'm just gonna look for people who look like they might be part of the resistance.
What?
Rebellion is us. Light rebellion is Lucas's stuff. The resistance is the other one.
Okay.
Yes, check out everybody that's wearing a berry.
So
You
people
give me
having,
Yep,
people
give me an
looking
insight check.
surreptitious.
You give me an insight check. Lou, what are you up to? Are you just following the point, or are you doing your own thing?
I'll be drinking my drink, but also keeping an eye on the point, see what he's doing.
You're the backup. Yeah.
Yeah, just in case anything starts to go wrong.
When things start to go wrong. It's not an in case.
I'm optimistic.
I'm not.
You're not there, so it doesn't
I know.
count.
Alvina's 100% expecting
Okay,
to have
that
to
like
come
to roll
in.
twice. Just hit the first one.
Alvina's 100% expecting to come in and there's a brawl going on.
It's not really a brawl. There might be a fight, but it'll just.
I'm sort of subtly keeping an eye on the point whilst drinking.
Yeah, just seeing who's here.
That's fair. That's fair. You're going for a wander. There's a couple people kind of drinking alone. A couple groups that have formed up as you head to the north. There looks to be a larger kind of a group of what looks to be almost adventurers around the central table discussing things.
Can I just go and sit with them? Go. Mind if I take a seat?
Certainly. We'll get to that in a second, but we're gonna go back to Gwent just before Zorn. But for now, Gwent, suddenly you feel the presence in front of you still, and you can see the anger in their eyes as they very slowly kind of like move you off their chest and stare down at you.
I push my cup of orange foam into their hands and look at the bartender. I'll take another.
You know,
And go muzzle tough.
I was drinking for a reason. What are you, a centaur? What's your name, centaur?
My name's Gwent, and you were about to throw up. I saved you from that. You're welcome.
By plunging me into nightmares I'd rather forget.
Oh, I can do that as well. Yeah, yeah. Here, hey, bartender, do you have anything stronger?
What is that, honored patron? You would like something stronger?
Yeah. I point to the furbog. What's going to get this guy back to the state he was just in the quickest time possible?
Oh, I see. You would like to try one of our famous orange fuzz concoctions.
Look at the furbog. Another?
Well, that depends, stranger. What's your angle?
At the moment, my angle is I don't want you to punch me before I have a try of the drink.
Give me a
Also,
persuasion check.
It's a good
I
reason.
don't really want to be thrown up on is my second one.
It's got a good. It's got a, honestly.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
That's
I'm
not
very
bad,
convincing
yeah.
about not wanting to be thrown up on.
He's like, you know what? I just don't want to get beaten up and thrown up on. And he goes, "Oh, you sound honest, to be honest."
I see. Kind of stares you down.
That's a terrible point.
Let's have a look here. Plus 11? Damn.
Oh, damn.
Fuck.
He drags you a little bit closer, so you are like nose to nose with him as he stares into your eyes. You know, this might just be your lucky day. Because if there's one thing I've come to recognize, it's when a soul truly traumatized and tortured begs desperately not to be thrown upon. I'll accept your drink on one condition.
Okay.
I want to know what haunts you.
This is going to be interesting.
Good. I will tell you a short story on one condition back.
Speak your mind, Centaur.
I slide a pamphlet for loose coal. Just put it in your pocket for later.
Some light reading. For, you know, when you can read.
You can currently read. He's stone cold sober now.
But if we're going to swap stories, we're going to need a lot more drinks. Like, can I make a medicine check based on the furbog? How many drinks it's going to take him to get him messed up?
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it.
Those are big, right? It's probably a few.
Yeah, this man is large, and you are picking up natural resiliences just from looking at him. As well as just an air of... Like, you can see cuts and bruises that look from a variety of different claw marks. He has very clearly seen a lot of combat in his life, as well as there's little kind of splotches that are difficult to see until you're really kind of examining him. But the slight kind of like, I want to say like not quite sticky, but like fused blotches off his fur suggests that he for some reason has been constantly like speckled by acid. Like there is acid damage all over his fur. Very minor acid damage, but as if he occasionally gets like just speckled with it. But yeah, you're looking at about like maybe 15 to 20 strong drinks. This is gonna cost you at least 2 gold. Potentially more, because I'm pretty sure these drinks are way more expensive than your common base ones. Depending on what it is you would like to buy.
Strong drinks, whatever they would be.
Just ask for the strongest drink they have.
Yeah.
Ho ho
So
ho! You don't want our strongest drink, adventurer. You can't handle our strongest drink.
We have
Shots,
Warforged. It's just
shots,
it's
shots,
pure,
shots.
it's pure motor oil, isn't it?
Is it
Even,
orange flavored?
All of our drinks are orange flavored. These are simply additional spirits we add to the concoction. We only serve orange here.
Cool.
I hope
Then
you
I
like
get
orange.
I get 5 for him, 5 for me.
Even this large we'll make him like a dark green furball. This like large dark green furball kind of just, even he is staring down at you with an air of concern.
He's gonna die.
It's like I'm gonna pick up a drink. I'm gonna like take it to my lips and say, I'm gonna tell you a story about the time I had to pull somebody's leg out of, my chest because of explosion. But give me a second, and I just start to down the drink.
You've not been given the drink yet. You've yet to convince this bartender to get you the strongest drink. He is genuinely concerned you might die.
It's okay. I'm a medic. I can heal.
It's fine. I'm a
It's
doctor.
fine.
Are you going with that
Yeah.
angle?
It's fine. Like, if I think it's getting too bad, boo-doo-boo,
Okay
I can
then.
heal us.
As the bartender goes under the table and pulls out a stack of white paper.
It's a liability waiver.
You just sign here, adventurer. I'll go get the secret sauce.
I sign it, slide it back.
As he turns and leaves through the door in the back of the bar.
Oh.
He'll be back in a second.
Do I get a peek through the door?
You do. It looks to be some sort of storage facility behind there. You can see caskets and crates, and looks to be where they house the inventory.
Yeah, makes sense. Honestly.
If you want any more, give me a perception check.
He's good at perception. Go on, go ahead. Nat 20 this. That's
Ooh,
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It's pretty good.
As well as some what appears to be orange barrels, where you also see what looks to be rebellion marked crates. In addition, you also hear what sounds like a large lock being undone and a heavy door being lifted in the back room.
Going to the cellar.
Yeah.
But at this time, while you're waiting for the Warforged bartender to return, Zormir, you enter the bar, and two are greeted by the scent of citrus orange and the sound of low, smooth jazz intermingled with orchestral instrumental strings.
Oh, bloody hell. That's strong orange. Oh. Glad my senses Oh, Alvina's gonna suffer when she comes in here.
As you glance around, you immediately see Gwen with this large dark green furred furball at the bar, but see no sign of the Point or Lou. Or the others, but you weren't expecting to look for them.
Oh, bloody hell. We split up already?
Where the fuck is Lou, actually?
He's keeping an eye on...
He's at the other bar. He's following the Point.
Oh, there he is. Actually, like, I got upstairs and I'd lost him.
Where are the rest of them?
I give you a shrug. I think they went that way. And point.
Okay. Oh, I'm guessing that's not the administrator's son that you're talking to, but I'm glad you made a friend.
I turned to him. Are you an administrator's son?
The furball is the administrator's son.
I think
Yeah,
the
right,
Furbog might know who they are.
It might be them. There's non-zero chance.
No. My name's Jack Bilfer.
Fucking game and a half.
I am a representative of the Black Grove Guards.
Yeah.
I think I know what I was drinking.
Okay. I'll
Worms.
leave you to your conversation. I'm going to try.
For note, the Black Grove is not the grove in Bastion.
Oh, I thought the Black Grove Guards would have been like a section of the guards of that grove. Oh, fair enough.
Oh,
I
have you
could see
heard
them
of the
being,
Black
like,
Grove
spec-op.
Guards before?
None of you probably will, and Abigail's not here. So no, Gwent wouldn't have heard of this in their travels. This is a local thing. But hey, you can always ask the guy.
Oh yeah, maybe. We see how the rest of the conversation goes.
Let's go
before
3
we ask.
pints in. Let's go 3 pints in.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to your friend, and I'm gonna go start looking around myself to find the administrator's son and also those two.
Same question to you. What is it that you are looking for? What is your search criteria?
I'm assuming they're also a warforged, and I'm looking for a similar sort of build and shape as the administrator, or at least something that I could maybe a crest or something if I saw something on the administrator themselves that made the note that they were from that particular.
Can Warforged taste anything?
Depends on the Warforged.
Okay. There's just a chance that one would come in for drinks and not just be like, oh, you're looking for a Warforged. There's not a single Warforged here because why the fuck would there be in a bar? No. Cool, good enough.
Yes, sir. We'll come back to your search criteria in a second. Let's switch over to Alvina and the goblin.
The fuck you.
And
I mean,
the
sticky
fucker.
fingers.
Yep. All right, I don't have a map for this one because you're only going to see it once, and it wasn't worth putting in the effort.
Yeah,
But as you eventually make your way to the kind of apartment room, they're all en suites.
Mhm.
As you make your way to the apartment rooms that you've been given directions to, as well as a do they have keys? Like a pass card? How fancy is this?
It's
You are going to like the important suites, so they are magically protected. So you get a magically enchanted key.
Yeah.
You are given a magically enchanted key as you eventually make your way into what appears to be almost the more swanky part of the residential districts. They've got potted plants and everything out here.
Ooh.
And like very nice carpets. They've got some portraits, paintings decorating the walls. It's all nice, like smooth marble walls.
Like a ritzy hotel.
Yeah.
Nice.
And eventually you make your way to the room of a non-important number because it's not plot relevant. Room that you are used the key for and can unlock and can enter if you would like, unless you want to search around outside first.
I'd have a look outside. I'll see. I know there's not going to be. Just got to check though. Is there any like damage on like the walls in this immediate area or anything like
Give
that?
me a perception check. And since you
Also,
are looking
is
for
there, like,
particular
a-
detail, you have advantage.
Yay.
Is there a welcome mat as well?
There is not.
16.
They don't do welcome mats in hotels.
That's on the inside.
Oh, is there a do not disturb sign on the door?
Oh yeah, is there like a, what was it, a sock on the door?
Yeah.
There is not.
Okay.
But Alvina, as you are looking around, there doesn't appear to be any damage. However, you do find two things of note. In one of the potted plants nearby, there is what appears to be a torn up "Do Not Disturb" sign. And examining close to the door itself, you notice a slight glint of something silvery at the top corner of the door, like a little, almost like speckle not speck, like a little like glitter effectively on the top left door that would require further inspection.
Hey. Fuck you.
What?
You see that in the top corner, right?
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah. This room might be trapped. I'm gonna look at that a bit closer.
Yeah, it looks like it might be sort of a thing. You know when, like, how I put a thing on my door so I know if someone's been in there or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be the same thing.
And there's also this destroy, do not disturb side in the potted plant. So...
Think that means he wants to be disturbed?
I mean,
Or
makes
he
sense,
already
right?
is disturbed?
I mean, he sounds like he's probably quite disturbed generally, but... I'm gonna have a better look at the speckling or in the top corner.
Give me a nature check.
Ooh.
It looks to be some sort of natural material, kind of wedged in, very thin, at the top of the door.
I will give you...
Natural 20!
Oh, fair enough.
They're an 18 for a natural 20.
Fair though. God, for an elf raised in nature, you sure are fucking bad at nature.
She has not got animal handling or nature. Just survival.
But as you glance, even with just looking at the tip of it, it almost looks as thin as a hair. You recognize it as what appears to be a silver thread.
A thread?
Yeah, it doesn't. It looks to be. It's one of. It's an incredibly delicate thread that when there isn't like pressure applied to it, slowly dissolves.
Like spiderweb?
Kind of similar to it. The idea being that if you you wedge it in somewhere once you remove it from the bag, but if it ever gets like dropped or anything and it just sits there without an external pressure, it tends to kind of unravel itself and disintegrate.
Hey, look here, this looks like one of two things. Either this is an alarm or a trap. Do you want to see if we can figure this out and say that it doesn't go off? You're good with traps, right?
We must.
Yeah. I'm assuming I give you a boost because it's the top corner of the door.
Let me see what we've got. Do I have a dispel magic?
I can imagine you just getting up there saying, "Excuse me, Dragon."
No, I do not.
It could be like if we keep pressure on it. Like it might not go
Maybe.
if you got something like that. There's something we can essentially wedge on it so it doesn't, so it's still got the pressure on and won't disintegrate. That might work.
Maybe. Let me see. I'm sure I had these tools somewhere. Because I'm proficient in them, why wouldn't I have them?
Yeah. Because you haven't broken them. I know for a fact you haven't broken any.
I'm sure I had a set of these tools.
I thought you did. I thought I got you one as well.
Yeah.
So didn't I give you a boosted one to pick the, like, the Obsidian Iron Thieves tools? I know it's Smith's tools I got the Obsidian
Yeah,
Iron
we
ones
had.
for
I've
Zormir.
got obsidian smith tools.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I had just a generic thieves tools as well. So I've got
You know, accidentally delete them.
possibly.
I
Because I somehow have 2 crowbars.
I know that one. I know why. We actually found another crowbar.
All right. Okay.
And so you do actually have 2, because Alvina has her family crowbar and you have 2 crowbars. Because we just found a box with full of them, I think.
Yeah, I think I might have accidentally deleted my thieves tools.
Chris, would you okay with him having the
I will,
thieves?
I will allow the assumption that you, the person who constantly steals shit, would have your own thieves' tools.
Yeah, fuck you. Then tried to using these tools, try to essentially disarm this potential trap.
Give me. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I am proficient in. Oh wait.
And are you proficient in sleight of hand?
Yes, I am proficient in these tools. I have jack of all trades in sleight of hand.
Okay. Then just give me a thieves' tools check.
Yeah,
So that is,
no,
it will be a dexterity check with proficiency. Unfortunately, because you don't have proficiency in sleight of hand, you don't gain advantage.
Yeah.
So the thieves' tools check should be a clickable one on the sheets usually.
Not on.
Oh, not on the beyond.
Or you can just roll a dex check and just add proficiency to it.
So just roll d20.
You should be able to click on
Okay.
your dex on.
Yeah,
VoD.
but my dex also adds on the jack of all trades as well, because for the ability check. So that's a 9 plus 3 plus 4,
Four.
so plus 7. So that's a 16.
A 16?
It's not bad.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of using a combination of miscellaneous tools that you have as part of just your thieves kit. The tool's a little bit more expansive than we bet. Particularly, it involves a gum-like blue tack substance that is just invaluable when stealing shit. And you kind of wedge it in there to catch the little like silver thread, such that when you open the door, it will still be kind of smothered by the blue tack like substance and won't fall down and effectively unravel itself.
Cool.
But you have successfully kind of wedged it in there so it won't dislodge when the door is opened.
Right.
Nice.
I'm gonna put Tarragon on the ground a bit behind me, and go. Alright. Well, in case there's any other traps.
Same kind of thing that I do for my room.
Yeah. Well, in case there's another trap going in, get behind me.
I thought you were going to ask to smell her traps.
No, she's not a. She might be an evil detector. I don't think she's an actual like trap finding person.
There's a job for her.
So Alvina's going to open the door. There's hopefully now disarmed.
You place the key in, you turn it, you can see the little shimmer disperse around the door as the arcane lock is undone, as well as the regular lock, and the door swings open. The blue tack-like substance manages to keep the small thread in there, and as you open the door, where are your eyes directed? Are you paying attention to that thread, kind of like suspicious of where it might be connected, if the door might catch anything, or are you just staring directly ahead?
Alvina will be
definitely be watching the thread.
Yeah. Alvina's assuming that fuck you's gonna be watching the thread. Alvina's gonna be keeping eyes on any other threats in the room.
Okay. Then Fukyu, you notice that the thread isn't attached to anything as the door swings open, and with your natural inclination to doing the same, you recognize this as a fellow. This thread is here, such that whoever owns the room knows if someone has entered the room, as anyone entering it would effectively dislodge it and unravel it, meaning the thread wouldn't be there when the owner returned. For Alvina, as you open the room into a large ensuite, it's naturally dark inside. There are curtains on the far back wall, quite heavy set, falling to the floor, that have been closed over, preventing any what you'd expect to be light, but you also are aware that you are in the kind of central inner part of the rebellion, and there's nothing but cave wall behind the rebellion headquarters, so you're not entirely sure why there are curtains to a window in here.
I have the idea. I've been into Zome's room.
But what else you see is just what can only be described as a clusterfuck of a young man's room. there are what appear to be kind of scrolls of like line work, some paintings, some commercial products, just scattered around the walls of this small four-walled room. A kind of a bed that's been shoved to the corner. The bedding is entirely unkept and unmade. In the corner, you can see a lyre nestled against piles of sheets of music, as well as just large kind of trunks turned over. There's clothes spilling out of the trunk as if somebody was searching through it for something. There is some sort of dresser, kind of vanity set to the side. The mirror appears to be scrawled in some sort of black makeup, and has this kind of patterned, networked, kind of lattice design over the mirror itself, making a almost like it's broken glass aesthetic back at you. As well as that, the room seems to go off into like a slight corner to the side, and peering around, you can see a door leading into what you expect to be another room.
Probably like a bathroom, I'd imagine.
Potentially. But there is a scent of. There's the undercurrent of, as you've come to like sweat and a little bit of BO, but there's also a current of what smells like gunpowder, or at least some sort of black powder. As well as like hints of cinder and ash, definitely maybe and a little bit of like lilac, as like it's been attempted to cover up the smell.
Yeah, someone's basically put Febreze over it to try and get the smell of something that they want to hide out. Got it.
He's been smoking and then doesn't want to get fined.
Around the vanity, there is just all kinds of like wax-based hair product and like black makeup and a variety, just a mess of a dresser drawer vanity.
Well, someone's trying too hard. I mean, it just states as you goes. Looks like the points room, but worse.
It's incredibly hard to tell if anyone slept here last night.
I said worse.
No, anyway, continue.
Yeah. Fuck you's just gonna start going through drawers and stuff, like looking in the obvious places where you would hide a diary or something.
I checked the clothes trunk. Someone was evidently looking through there for something. I imagine they found it, but you might be able to get what's in there. And Alvina's going to stride forward and just throw open the curtains.
Fuck you, go ahead and make me an investigation check as you search all the usual places. Alvina, as you pull open the curtains, you're not entirely sure what you see before you. It looks like a large square panel, almost reminiscent of arcane panels from back in the main sphere that are used for like television screens. But there appears to be kind of newspaper or at least some sort of like parchment cutouts that have just been plastered over it, and you can see like a very subtle backlighting to all of them, as if they've just like paper mache'd their window. But it looks like there's supposed to be light coming through these artificial panels.
Oh. Here was me expecting like a wall with some red string.
Nope. They just actually have like fake windows in the rooms to provide a sense of natural light.
That's fuck you's room.
But as for Fukiyu, as you are investigating, we'll say give me your like common most three places, and I'll describe what you find in each. Where would Fukiyu find stuff?
Fuck you. Where would fuck you hide stuff? He'd hide stuff in the walls and under the floorboards.
In places it's impossible to get to without like a crowbar.
Yeah, well, where does fuck you check first then?
For obvious places that people would hide a diary would be in the sock drawer, under the pillow.
In the bottom of your clothes, like wardrobe, right?
Probably in the bottom of a chest as well.
So the chest has been upturned and there's clothes spilling from it. What was the first one? Under your pillow?
Under your pillow, yeah.
Okay. Give me give me a deck save.
I fucking knew there'd be
Dave.
something under the bed with the bed.
He's put like a knife or something under there.
Crossbow trap under your pillow for the really cautious
16?
anti-tooth fairy traps.
16. As you go and check the pillow, and you lift the pillow up, and you start like kind of feeling around inside the pillow and like around the bed. You very quickly draw your hand back from the slight glint of silver that you see, as a large snapping sound of a mousetrap gives way.
What
This
a
bugger's
dick.
booby trapped his bed.
Someone
When I see him, I'm gonna kick him in the shins.
Someone doesn't like the tooth fairy.
What was the second place you wanted to check?
In a sock drawer.
So,
There's gonna be a grenade in there.
so that's his dressing crate box.
Yeah.
He has a trunk, or he would have a trunk at the bottom of his bed if it wasn't upturned and all his clothes are spilling out of it. As you knock about the trunk, there's a message scrolled on just like the base of the trunk in common saying, "If you can read this, you're a dirty perv."
Fair enough.
But with your natural or modified 20 investigation check, you're undaunted by this message. You discover a false panel to the bottom of the trunk.
That was going to be my next question to see
Yeah.
if there was going to be one.
Nice.
How would you... It looks like it can just kind of be, like, pulled up, but are you being cautious for traps, or are you just kind of, like shaking the trunk upside down? Are you trying to, like, use suction to pull it out? How would you like to...
At this point, it's just a full-on crowbar.
Do you not have mage hand?
You just go in and you just like pull out that false, but you just like hit into the false bottom and just like drag it out. And on the other side of it is a very narrow, like maybe a couple inches free space. And on the true bottom of the box, it reads, "What a fucking idiot, do you think I'm that dumb?"
Fuck
And
you,
that's
he's
it.
getting annoyed.
There's nothing else in
And-
there.
He's going to start looking through his bag for his tinderbox.
No. Wait until we're about to leave and then do it. Alvina just see, Alvina hears him like, it's like, wait till we leave, then you can do it.
Okay, and the third place you wanted to check?
I think it was his like wardrobe, wasn't it? Which I think is technically his
but
trunk
that's
again.
His trunk. Just going to check around the trunk, see if there's any other...
Oh, maybe he's got a false bottom on the actual bottom of the trunk.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. Check see if there's any more hidden compartments in the chest.
The false bottom to the false bottom. That's the way.
With your 20, you notice that there is a false top.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And as you just crowbar open the false top, again, there is only like a like finger width amount of space between the false top and the true top. And written on the true top is, actually, as you pull it open, you hear a little clinking sound of a gold coin rolling on the floor. And written on it, it just, okay, I'll admit, nobody checks the false top. Here's a gold. Congratulations. Now fuck off. Just scroll across it.
You just hear "fuck you" just muttering under his breath about kicking him in the nuts, setting his room, all his possessions on fire.
While fuck you is tussling with this, Alvina's gonna just lift up his bed and check underneath it.
As you lift it up, there's actually just like piles and piles of old articles and parchments and books that look to have been kind of borrowed. Some of them have got pages turned out. There's a couple that have almost like collages of papers thingy together. Several like boards that have been plastered with paper, with various amounts of information that would require an intelligence check to decipher.
Good luck.
That's good for Alvin. I'll take that.
Ooh, that's very good.
I was literally about to say, these appeared to be words. Was what I was expecting, so I might get more than that.
I was actually about to say, I'm sure Alvina would be good at that, because obviously I don't know what you rolled.
14.
I rolled 16 minus 2, so I got a 14. I'll take that.
Yeah. So what, double your intelligence?
Yes, actually.
You're twice as smart as you used to be.
A small flash of genius.
But as you're piecing all the information together, you realize that a lot of it is to do with not only the history of Salvos and reports of movement amongst the enemy nations, but also looks like there's confidential reports scattered here. There's large black sections redacted, but it looks like a lot of it is kind of piecing together what those redacted pieces of information were, using context clues from other articles around the same time. And it looks like Damien's almost been trying to decipher what the rebellion has actually been doing for the last decade, and trying to figure out what their game plan is. As well as there's small little citations, scribbled paragraphs in untidy handwriting next to it that appears to be his own commentary, effectively critiquing why they didn't push a certain battle they were doing, or why did they retreat and withdraw here, why didn't they escalate a conflict there, why didn't they explode this or target this sort of installation during this operation. And he's effectively been studying what the rebellion has been doing and critiquing it. You definitely
Everyone's a critic.
Everyone's great. You definitely get under hints of dissatisfaction with what has been going on, and the fact that it looks like the rebellion for the last decade has been incredibly passive and almost non-confrontational. They focused on subterfuge and redirecting effort away from Bastion and the Noid settlements, never taking clear opportunities that they could have won quite easily, and instead not provoking any additional attacks.
Yeah. This kid.
Actually, a good strategy.
This kid.
Lull them into a false sense of security.
This kid's.
Hit them when they're not expecting it.
This kid's got some aggression in him. I like him.
You say that now.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm very aware that fuck he's gonna kick him in the nads.
At minimum.
You think we should nick this stuff for Zorme? He'd probably like it, right?
I mean, yeah, it looks like he's probably stole this from his dad.
Yeah. Yep, so Zorme will probably like this. I'm basically gonna shove all this information in my bag. Probably is. Not my bag. My bag's too much food in it. Fuck you. This is your bag. Put it all in.
Yep.
You've got the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yep. In
Bag of holding, then you can get everything in. A regular bag, you would need 3 or 4 bags. There are just so much documents here.
Yeah. So you got a bag of holding. I'm literally just gonna pick huge heaps of it up and just shove it in.
Foggy just holds it open.
Yeah.
And just lets you pour.
Pretty much pour it in.
Shovel it in.
Yeah. Alright, there's that. Should we check that dresser?
I mean, anything that you can fit in there, put in. So.
Yeah, Point will probably like the dresser stuff. Let's have a look through it first, see if there's anything particularly noteworthy so we don't have to filter through for later. And
the kind of dresser vanity is just like a vanity with a couple of drawers to it.
Yeah.
But as you're searching through it, go ahead and give me an investigation check. But you also find a lot of silverware jewelry. There's bangles with basically there's punk accessories in it.
Alvin is expecting it's all gonna get stolen by fuck you.
Yeah.
And she's not gonna stop him.
Literally, this guy has annoyed him, so he's just literally taking everything that's not nailed down at this point.
Yep.
That's fair. You do so. You take it. There's some amount of gold, amount of silverware in here. I don't think it's particularly relevant unless you're trying to fence it.
I think he's gonna do that. An amount from this place, this amount of loot, basically.
I mean, I probably don't expect it to probably be more than like 50 golds worth of stuff.
Yeah. I'll put.
Let's see.
We'll put
That's
some of
quite
them.
a lot.
We'll put some of the makeup
Depends where
aside.
you got it.
We'll put some of the makeup aside for the point.
There's 17. There's 17 gold worth of
I have my
silverware.
own makeup, thank you.
Yeah, but it's always
Yeah, I was
more,
gonna say, it's
right?
probably all like dress jewelry or something.
Yeah, there's nothing particularly like rich about it. There's no gems or anything. There's not a gem in sight. It is all like steel, silver, metalware.
It's like
Anything that
the
looks like it might be a gem, just be coloured glass.
yeah. It's like leather belt with like big spikes on it, kind of stuff, isn't it?
Leather studded straps
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are dressed like this. So
I used to dress like this.
so yeah, there's that.
Just chains everywhere. Just steel chains.
Yeah. Oh, I know something that'd be interesting. If you wanted to hide something, you said he's already got 2 hidden compartments. I mean, he's gonna check the back of the mirror for another compartment.
For another compartment. Who would like to check the back of the mirror for another compartment?
You probably fuck.
I think that should be Alvina, because the last time fuck you checked mirrors, it didn't end well.
Well, last time Alvina checked a mirror, she put her fist through it. So.
I mean,
Oh,
last
that's
time
right, I
Fuck You
forgot
checked the
about
mirror,
that.
he got
Yeah.
the one.
Actually, both the
PTSD
last two times Alvina checked a mirror, she put her fist through it. Actually. I think you should do it. You've probably got a better stat for it than me.
Just fuck
I
you, have
mean,
mirror
yeah.
PTSD now.
It's the back of the mirror. It's fine. It's the back of the mirror. It's fine. There's no
Yeah,
mirror
back
on the
of the
other side.
so- yeah, he's got better intelligence than.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going. 14, 13, 12. We're doing good.
As you're gonna pull the dresser forward and flip the mirror, or you kind of like look around at the mirror, your choice of however you'd like to do it.
Have it pull it out.
But it takes you a little bit of time to try and undo the back of it, and it's a little bit unsteady as you do so. So the mirror kind of swerves. It's on those obviously two hunches, so it kind of swerves back and forth a little bit. And Alvina, give me a perception check as Fuku is undoing the wooden back.
Okay. Oh, that's a bad roll.
You are too focused on something.
I'm literally pulling the entire dresser out as Fucky's checking it, probably. So.
Yep. As you undo the wooden back, it comes away, and you can see kind of just this backing of silver on the glass itself, kind of wedged into the frame. But there doesn't appear to be anything either like on the back. There's no hidden documents or anything. It just appears to be a silver-backed piece of glass with a wooden backing to it.
Nothing there?
Do you return the frame back to the mirror?
I mean, we're
Or
probably...
do you just leave the room disheveled and...
Oh, we are going to be keep stealing probably everything. We haven't checked the bathroom yet, either, so...
Mhm.
Okay, we got
Are there
that.
any like pictures of Damien and his mates around? or-
Actually be handy. Is there a single picture of the kid? Or someone that looks about the right age and description from what we've...
there are a large amount of posters that depict adolescent youth on it, especially in punk wear, but they all look to be various bands or like semi-celebrities. There's even a couple of older people that aren't quite punk, but kind of give off an anti establishment aura. You can see they're unkept, unshaved, got wild eyes to them. Like reading any further into it, a lot of them appear to be kind of diversive academics with radical ideas or philosophical speakers of that nature.
University students.
I was about to say, nerds.
I mean, all of them is ripped from the young ones.
Oh,
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Rick or Vivian?
There's no
I
one
mean,
here
look-
cool.
looks
There's no
like
one here
Vivian-
cool enough to be Vivian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of both of them.
Yeah.
Probably looks like Vivian, but behaves like Rick.
Acts like
Yeah.
Rick, yeah.
Yeah.
Could make him Vic.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you don't know enough about what Damien looks like to pick him out of just all of these figures.
Fair. Well, time to check the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Alvina's gonna check again for a trap on the door.
Give me a perception check.
Cause she
Or
doesn't.
investigation, your choice.
Definitely
I mean,
perception.
You're doing that. Fuck you's literally just swinging his crowbar around at this point.
Yeah. Only 10 again.
You don't notice anything. It just looks to be an ordinary wooden door.
I imagine it's wooden,
Yeah,
right? It's an
it'd be a
interior
wooden
door in a
door.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna open the bathroom, or the cupboard, or whatever it is door.
You open it into what appears to be some form of ensuite. There appears it's kind of separated out into like one part is marble, with what appears to be a working plumbing toilet because this is Renaissance time.
Yep.
And we're not gonna deal with medieval toiletry.
There's magic tech here. They make a tech toilet. Magic toilet.
Yeah, exactly. But more importantly, the other half of the room appears to be this natural stone built kind of outcropping of the room, almost like a wet room,
Ah.
with what appears to be mechanical copper pipes and like shower head built into the wall itself and drainage in the stone flooring.
Ah.
Effectively, it's a stone shower.
Yeah. I'm stealing all the
Or
shower
one of
gel.
those like natural shower rooms that has like stone walls and
Yeah, I know.
whatever.
The expensive ones that's made nice. I'm stealing all his shower gel.
You do so.
She's got a lot of hair. She needs a lot. It takes ages to wash it.
I thought
Probably it's like
you were
Link's
stealing it for the
Africa
point.
or something like that.
Is there anything else
Link's
you're looking
Africa's the
for?
goat.
Is there anything else you're looking for in the room? You've now kind of seen all of it. You've had a good look through. Is there anything? You've stolen all of his academic writing
Yep.
and his silverware.
Stolen all of his
I mean,
possessions.
Stolen a lot, significant portion. We're stealing his mirror, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As on that note, as you go back to the mirror and start like unhooking it from like the handles that are keeping it up, you notice that the black ink that was previously decorating in a lattice shape on the mirror is gone. It is now just an entirely clean mirror.
Did you wash his mirror?
Nope.
That's probably concerning, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna stare into the mirror. Is my reflection grinning back?
It is not. You just see yourself and the dark room with the only light spilling in from the corridor outside.
Cool.
Check
The
your
thing
hands,
is,
if you're on
Alvina
there.
is grinning.
What was that?
I'm saying the thing is, Alvina is grinning. Your reflection's not.
Your reflection looks identical to however you're looking into it.
Check your hands, see if there's any ink on there.
Oh, looks at hands.
There's no ink on your hands.
There is no more than the normal tattoos that I normally have.
Is there any on fuck you's hands?
There is not.
My eyes aren't black, are they now?
They are not.
They're still glowing red,
Okay.
got it.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ransack this room. We're also gonna ransack the two rooms next to it just to make sure it's not like obvious that this was a targeted attack.
I mean, I don't think we have the key to the other rooms. We can try.
I mean, I've got my thieves.
I mean, you've got a
yeah, you
crowbar.
can pick the
The problem is
locks
it's a
and
magic.
pick the
It's magic locks is the problem.
Yeah, but is the door magic if you kick it in?
The probably. I could.
the
We
lock
could.
might be
Wait.
magical.
Wait a minute. I've got an idea. There's an easier way to do this. The door's magically protected, probably, right?
Oh god, you
Probably.
can't punch through the wall, aren't you? You're gonna Kool-Aid man it.
I mean, we should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
make sure there's no one in there first. Like, go out and knock on the door.
Oh yeah,
Just in case.
you do that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you guys
Say
do
it's
whatever
room
you're planning
service.
to
Yeah,
do.
we're about to
We're
break
gonna
it.
we're gonna switch to the other party. And before we return to the tavern, we're gonna take a quick 5 seconds so the DM can get water.
You guys knew exactly what was gonna happen when you let the two most chaotic characters and a lookout be left unsupervised.
I mean, in fairness, I do think you rob other people's rooms.
Yeah.
That's just harsh.
Of course we are.
I mean, I knew you were going to mess up their room, but also, who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
But other people's rooms, innocent bystanders.
Look, it's a
We
thing.
don't know.
We'll
What,
decide
here's-
if they're innocent once we've robbed them.
Yeah, here's a bit as well. We're in the rich part of the building. Nobody rich is innocent. They're guilty of something. We're just gonna find out what they're guilty of when we rob them. Also,
Nakpad as well to bring down civilization.
Also, it's going to be a really good bargaining chip on getting Damien Darkside on our side if it looks like he punched through several walls and stole everyone next to him's possessions.
Because a young punk can definitely punch through walls.
There's the smell of gunpowder.
Yeah, he might have blown.
Also,
Actually, Crocky's got a shit ton of gunpowder in his bag.
Oh yeah,
God,
shit,
no.
we have,
Plant it.
yeah, we do actually have enough explosive possibly to level this building.
Oh yes, all the fireworks, all the tons of fireworks.
It's mining explosives. Wasn't it?
It was
Yeah,
mining
but, yeah.
charges.
So fuck you could literally like put some gunpowder on the wall, blow through it, and make it just look like Damien was doing shit in there.
Yeah, basically, if Alvina isn't able
Make
to
it
just
gunpowder residue.
Basically, if Alvina can't punch through the wall, we could all stand outside, make a couple of shaped charges on the walls, and I could just firebolt it from a distance.
Yeah.
Again, was the plan to get him on side, frame him for theft?
It's a really good bargaining chip. If he didn't do it,
Hey, if you don't want your dad to arrest you, come with us.
Oh no, you're on the run. Come with us. We'll
Yeah.
protect you.
I don't think Darkseid is going to believe anything.
I
about
don't.
Damien.
Here's a bit.
We'll just tell
Someone did it.
Darkseid that we had to improvise and that he's not hurt.
Yeah, we didn't hurt him. We had to get him back with us somehow.
He was like that when we found him.
Exactly. Someone broke into your room and blew up the walls.
It was collateral damage.
You're welcome for us telling you this before you got in there, which might have been a trap.
I don't know if we are considered chaotic evil or chaotic stupid.
No, we are chaotic. Alvina is chaotic good. Fuck you is probably chaotic evil by this point. So
Yeah.
neutral out at chaotic neutral.
Oh, God.
Split the difference.
Yeah, we split the difference. We're chaotic neutral. There's a lot of chaos. It's much more heavy on the chaos than the neutral.
I
But
just put it as chaotic stupid then.
no, because I actually was rolling quite well for intelligence.
Every time. Yeah, they were able to decipher what was going on.
Yeah,
Got chaotic good cop and chaotic bad cop.
which means we're chaotic neutral police force.
Alright, let's return to the point and loot, and then we'll head back south for Gwent and Zormir. But the point, you've just rolled up to a table of what look to be adventurers. There's a hodgepodge of like a fighter, a large barbarian woman.
Alvina.
Much more like physically imposing than Alvina looks. Alvina's quite slender.
Yeah,
from what you've described.
Alvina's athletic, but she's like gymnasty build, so this was bulky, I guess.
What appears to be like a gnome bard and a halfling ranger.
No.
Whatever the guy, and like a very stereotypically middle-aged wizard.
Okay, Rincewind is here.
Rincewind!
Ah, hello there. Mind if I sit?
The wizard just like stares at you. Oh, thank God you're not wearing floral print.
Makes notes not to.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Rincewind reference.
yep.
Oh,
You can. I suppose if that's okay with everyone else. You can see the large woman just kind of. Why the fuck you want to sit with us?
Well,
It's-
I would say new in town, but I've kind of been here for a month now, and just not been doing much. I just wanted to get a vibe of the. You guys are adventurers, right?
They all like glance at each other. There's like a slight pause and hesitation there before they all look at you and start like some of them nodding enthusiastically. The barbarian woman just shrugs.
It is Kanina. It is Kanina.
Just I'm new in town. I just want to get a vibe of what's normal for adventurers. Do you normally get given massive missions by the boss?
Wizard looks back up to you. Who's the boss in this scenario?
You know, Dark Phoenix.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'll do. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
They all glance at each other. As in the leader of the rebellion.
I'm gonna take it that that's not normal then.
I mean, you know, we've gone on a couple important missions, sure.
Oh, good. Frankly, I'm a bit out of my depth. I need all the help I can get. Yeah, the boss kind of wants. Well, me and my party, they're over there somewhere. Wants us to essentially man this ship, go on adventures, you know, stuff like that.
You them all kind of like straighten their neck past you, trying to figure out where the hell you were talking about.
Yeah, I've not paid attention to where Lou and everyone else is.
Yeah, you don't know.
I think our healer was getting drunk with a furbog at the bar. He's had a rough time.
I
Both of
see
them
it.
have.
It sounds like quite a dangerous lifestyle you lead.
Well, pays well.
You have. I thought you were gonna say.
Does
you
it now? Does it pay well? See, I told you it paid well.
have. Who said that? By the way, I'm genuinely curious.
This is all being the wizard.
Oh,
who
the
seems to be
wizard.
leading it.
You know, I think you would really get on with our healer. Anyway. Yeah, have you got any tips for new adventures in town? Like, any groups to stay clear of, any groups to get on the good side
Any
of?
clips we haven't already killed,
Yep.
insulted, stolen from?
I'm still trying to work out if I'm trying to get information out of these guys or just recruit them for the
Honestly,
ship.
recruitment's probably good.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly the kind of people we want on side.
Write me a list of war crimes and I'll tell you what I've not done.
Oh, God.
There's always trader in the commercial district looking for regent ingredients. We've found, you know, just in our off time in between grand adventures, we've been collecting minerals and rare plants from the higher crags in the mountainside. It's some, like, if you're already going out for some leisurely activity, you know, in between our grand adventures.
Ask
Oh,
if
yeah,
there are
of course,
any
yeah,
animals.
downtime. Are there any animals?
Like in the mountains? Yes, the mountain has a thriving ecosystem. In fact, there's a peculiar creature. What was it? Some form of goat.
Badger goat?
Badger
No.
goat.
Yes, badger goat. Yes, be careful. They will try and eat your boots if you sleep outdoors.
Aha! I don't
Alvina?
have.
No.
I don't
Sorry,
wear.
guys. Oh, Alvina's not here.
I don't wear shoes. Perfect.
The rest of
You'll
the
be
party
fine then.
do.
You just instantly go, Alvina, no. Oh, she's not here. Thank God.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But there's always odd jobs around town. You know, everyone needs Barb's over here, very strong. There's always shopkeepers looking for heavy lifting. We've done a couple. I mean, in our off times resting, just for a few coin, we've done some bouncer roles for some local night establishments. And if you can do magic, there's always people looking to tutelage their children.
Oh. I'll just do a quick dancing lights cantrip. I'm pretty good at that.
Ah, yes. Lots of nobles want little Timmy to be able to do that before he heads off to boarding school.
So yeah, the point is realizing these guys are not good adventurers, but still trying to recruit them. Well, thank you for the tips. Can I get you around?
Oh, yes. We'll take as many rounds as you can provide. Aye, now you're speaking my language.
So let's go for one to start with, and we'll see from there.
We'll discuss business.
Yeah, so I'll buy them around. Everyone having an orange fizz or anything more exotic?
The Barbs the Barbarian
Bob.
is
course.
gonna pour up their hands of oh yes, if you can get to drop aye, now you're talking my language. Nope, I had it a second ago, I've lost it, I don't know.
Aye, if you can talk my language. Wait, that one?
No, she should have
halfling.
rep her half thingy English. I should have broken common voice a second ago.
Oh.
Aye, now you're speaking language. A drop of crawler mucus if they got more.
Crawler mucus! Hell yes.
I like your style.
Does that paralyze you?
Only if not heavily diluted. Otherwise, it provides a nice numbing sensation.
1 second, I am about to have to be AFK for a second.
Okay, so hopefully I've been loud enough saying, oh yeah, I'm trying to find adventurers to help me as I go to the bar and get this round.
Give me a perception check. Let's see how the general audience is perceiving you.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Very nice, very nice.
If there's one thing the point knows, it's how an audience is perceiving him.
And follow up with a insight to check to decipher their glances. So you notice who's watching you and who's reacting. Now let's see if you have any backing context to that.
Yeah, 16.
That's good. You notice one figure. Everyone else is kind of craning their neck and appearing at you interested, or is talking with like somebody opposite them, but even then the conversation is lulled and they're still glancing over to you. But there is one figure off in the background who is just deliberately ignoring you. They seem to be kind of have their head down. You can only kind of make out their shoulder and some black tufts on their back. But they are kind of hunched down, not looking at you.
Okay, whereabouts are they?
So they're back here in this left corner.
Okay.
Ignoring you.
Can't be having that. So,
It's the one thing like kind of steps out. Everything else is as you would expect and as you are used to. People who are like casually interested in you, some of them kind of taking more note of you. But this is the only figure who seems to just be absolutely ignoring you.
okay. In that case, as I come back with the drinks, let me know how much I paid for this, by the way. I will...
So if you're just getting the one special drink, that is
turn around for
20 gold.
20 gold for the special drink, Christ.
For a orange fuzz infused with crawler mucus. And all of the rest of them are a silver. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 5 silvers plus 20 gold.
Okay. I will pay that.
I'm
On the way back with kind of a tray of drinks, I kind of make a point of going, yeah, I'm going to spill stuff if I go through there, and go round the long way. Just past that guy. Just, if I can believably bump into him as I walk past, do that, but he's in the corner, that's going to be quite difficult.
You know what that calls for, don't ya?
Performance.
Performance.
Yes!
Yes!
So rare we ever do these.
I imagine we're going to be
21.
doing a lot of them. Yeah, that's pretty low roll for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfling ranger.
He said halfling ranger,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, gnome bard, halfling ranger.
Barb's the barbarian. I'm going to get on so well with that barbarian, aren't I?
Yep.
What'd I miss, by the way?
Me getting drinks mostly.
Ah, cool.
You're getting drinks and noticing
What
there
a
is one
strange
person
figure.
purposefully ignoring me.
Ah, good sign.
I know that I'm
Ignoring
both of
you!
Yeah, exactly. So I'm on my way to both of them.
Who's the fifth
Cut.
class I mentioned?
You didn't. You went, there's a wizard, a barbarian, a rogue, and a bard and a ranger. Oh, they're missing a
Rogue.
healer, so cleric.
I'm missing the rogue.
Ah, rogue. Okay.
Ah,
Did I say what race the rogue was?
they're so good at stuff. They just have.
They have one of those
I'm trying to
faces. They have one of those faces. Could be anything.
So I'm trying to think of what would the parallel equivalent of a weird lamp be.
Changeling.
More notably, as you're at the bar ordering and you're running through your mind of kind of like, okay, this person wanted that, and then it was just like
Yeah.
one for the rest of them. A small little you pause for a second and realize that you are buying effectively 6 drinks, but you can only see the faces of 5 people at that table, or you can only remember 5
Okay.
people being at that table. And you're aware of there being a 6th figure at the table, but they're the only face who you can't remember. Like, all the rest, you remember what they roughly
Okay.
looked like, you took note of them, what they were. But there's just, like, this weird, like, blob hole in your memory. Like, there's a fuzzy shadow there instead of a person.
Okay, that's strange. First, I'm going to deal with the person who's ignoring me, but. So as I walk past here, just try and have a look at them as I walk past.
And your performance was 21? Okay. So as you very believably somehow, like,
That
almost
way.
like, you tumble into, like, a stool, and believably, like, trip on a stool as you're going past it, and also kind of, like, as if you're off balance holding all these drinks, and the weight shifts you. You manage to bump into the figure ignoring you, and as you kind of push them aside and they glance up in a little bit of, like, a shocked expression on their Kenku face,
Okay, it's Kenku.
you see their eyes kind of going first, like, shocked of what the hell's just happened, and then kind of, like, creasing down into an expression of like exasperation as they stare at you, and just in this robotic voice utter to you, okay, fine, I'll fucking talk to you
Yes!
if you want.
Found you! Okay. Oh, are you...
Oh, you fucking know I am. That's why you're here, isn't it? Everybody wants to gain favor with the administrator's son.
The administrator's son. Kinky.
Honestly, I'd kind of given up thinking we knew nothing about you, we wouldn't find you. Actually, we have some questions about a friend of yours. I mean,
Hey,
your dad's cool, but...
hey, let's set the stage right now. I ain't no snitch.
Oh,
Great, now that you got that in mind,
Yeah.
I don't care what my old pa told you. Alright?
yeah, I'm just gonna go deliver these drinks, I'll be right back. So, deliver the drinks, go, sorry, one moment, I just need to chat to someone over there. Is he leaving?
He escapes.
He's just, like, casually strolling away.
Get him, Lou. Get him.
Follow, see if I spot Luke, go, that one.
Head him off. Head him off.
Lou's been watching the point, and when the point went to the administrator's son, Lou would have gone as close as he could get, and hopefully that would have been within earshot.
I've just moved Lou
So,
directly in front of him. Point
the
you
fact
move him to where you
that
want him to. He's on radio.
The fact that he's started to walk away, Lou would keep his distance, but start to follow him.
You can head him off if you want. You're in front of him.
So, hey, yeah.
That or
It's as he's walking away, it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna follow you if you
He's just gonna corner him. Just corner him.
But just seeing like
we
Luke
can walk and talk if you want.
seeing like just Luke kind of like step out in front, he kind of like and goes and like takes a seat down on one of the stools. All right, fine. You get 3 questions.
3 questions.
And then it's gonna cost you something. I'll determine what that something's gonna be in a second.
You remind me of an old friend. Anyway.
I really hope not.
No, honestly, you do. It's kind of
So
horrifying.
this is not a question. I am making a statement.
It just
used to know a kobold.
means you're gonna try and exploit me.
Oh, that kobold. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to try and do this without actually asking a question. I will actually ask you a question when I want you to respond. So, the big guy has hired me and my friends to try and find his son.
The big guy.
You know,
Oh, Uncle Dark.
Damien's dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Uncle.
He's the administrator's son.
Yeah, it's definitely
Makes-
like a family friend uncle.
Yeah, I assume.
Right.
Honestly, I'm down for the trying to find. The bringing back, I'm taking on a case by case.
Okay.
What's
the question in all this?
Oh, I haven't asked one yet.
Yeah,
I'm just
I know.
explaining context.
Can you get to the point?
This is the
Oh,
prologue
that's me, by
before
way.
the
I'm
question.
Anyway, etc., etc. Look, first of all,
Takes out like a little like pocket notebook and like just starts scribbling something down and then closes it.
so, do you think it would be good for Damien if he came back?
Oh, he takes back out the notebook and like jots something else down. Okay, that's a good one. Yes.
Okay.
He's not gonna have a room.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if your second question follows up the first. If you manage to impress me, I might give you a bonus 4th. Maybe I'll even lower the cost for it.
Wonderful. What do you think would convince Damien to come back?
What do I, his best friend,
He hates him, doesn't he?
think would be the best?
Mental note: free information. Best friend.
Maybe.
Damien
Damien might.
Can I insight to see if that was
Damien!
sarcastic?
No, it's entirely possible. He might like him. Damien might hate him.
Give me an insight check.
So there we go. Is that a? Yes, it is.
I'm not 20.
That's not funny.
Hell yeah.
There's definitely nuance to the answer he's giving you. He definitely is saying that with a familial fondness, and there's definitely a love there. But he's saying that in the same way of, like there's history there.
Okay.
And a complexity, and they haven't always gotten along to the way he's like kind of emphasizing the best. He's emphasizing the best part, and then kind of downplaying the reflection of the friends, and you can almost hear like a subtle sigh coming after it.
Ah.
Okay.
Understood.
I know the feeling.
Damien
Sounds
was definitely the troublemaker friend. Their relationship is probably, you get the hint that it's probably closer to brothers who have obligations and history of each other than that they actually like each other.
It's like, I'm forced to like him, but my god, does he cause me so many problems.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yes, I was answering your question of what do I think would bring Damien back here. I mean, if you want to get entirely radical about it, and you gotta come in here because there's probably like several feathers and ink hearts dotted about the tavern.
absolutely.
Those two are both ink arts.
I'm pretty sure while I won't get in trouble to this is definitely gonna get back to the old man who's always telling me to stop saying radical, to stop, to be more aware of what I'm saying in public.
Mhm.
But I mean, you could always fake Uncle Darkseid's death. That would probably get him back. Or
Job sorted. I got an idea.
Oh, no.
How
some
much
sort of,
explosive you got?
like, attack on the city might bring him back.
Close. Anyway.
The entire
You could
night.
always ask him nicely. That might work.
Blow up his room and then anyone nearby.
Oh, you could get a shit. What was it again? You can get like, find a young 20-year-old woman with like dark hair, and just do her up in like punk makeup, and have her say to him, it would be really, really cool if she if he showed her around the rebellion headquarters or something. That's worked at least 5 times.
Okay, I think I know a couple people. We do now have a lot of black hair dye.
Oh, fuck you in a dress.
Fuck you in a dress!
I was thinking Abby.
No, that would
Anyway,
not
Yeah, I
work.
was
That would.
thinking you.
Nah, fuck you in a dress.
Anyway,
Actually, you might be able to pull it off. You might be able to pull that one off. Point actually.
I was
We can
thinking
discuss that
point and
later.
drag.
okay.
Just saying, there is nothing more persuasive to Damien than that fucking ego he has to impress a pretty girl.
Noted.
Like, dear God, I love the man, but he just loses any common sense, really. Like,
Yeah, I know
one
the
day
type.
he's going to die to like a femme fatale type. Mark my words. One day he is going to encounter like a sexy female assassin, and that's it. He's dead.
Oh, but why not?
Okay, I don't want to ask this as one of my questions. So, what I'm about to say is rhetorical. Please do not answer.
Is he into girls with muscles? Am I expecting it?
No, I was going to say, is he into grannies?
Granny.
Oh no.
No, sorry, that wasn't one of my questions. Okay, third question. I realise right now that I've been incredibly rude and not asked your name. But also the last question's kind of important. So I'm going to say now, I would like to know your name, but given the agreement of questions, I'm going to spend the last one.
So just to clarify, me, unnamed person as far as you're aware, who has already clearly demonstrated to you that I have trust issues, because people who always try to become my friends are normally doing it for political reasons. And instead of using your last important question to maybe try and, ask me my name and have a actual connection with me, you're just going to ask and use me for your own political gain. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Is that the sort of person you want to be?
Yep.
You know what? Can I be honest with you? Is my last question.
Wait. Have you not been being honest with me until now?
Not in the slightest.
So I have. I wanted to do that as a gesture of trust to give you rhetorical questions. My third question. I was trying to make the questions count because I also have trust issues, and I wasn't sure how much I could trust you if I did try and do it otherwise.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's pretty good.
If you're being honest, give me a persuasion check. Otherwise,
I am being honest here.
Of course the point's got
19.
Of course the point's got trust issues. He just thought an old grandmother just nearly murdered him.
And the other things he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was? Oh, there's his name. I was actually trying to find the administrator's name. I have it written down somewhere. It's all the way back in my notes when I first
Administrator
gave this,
Junior.
It's such, oh god, no. It's Damien, administrator.
Oh,
And why do you have trust issues? I mean, if you're gonna, like, I believe you have trust issues, but if you want to win me over here, I'm gonna need something more personal. What
My former
was it
agent screwed me over.
that caused you? Like, I've told you my heartfelt backstory. You know,
yeah.
grew up.
Actually, yes, you have.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not that interesting. I just grew up in a political world in which I could only really be friends with the other children of the important people. But even then, like, unless, like, my father is the second most powerful man in the rebellion. So you can imagine everyone I've ever talked to was only interested in advancing their statement, other than Damien, because, well, honestly, even if Damien was anybody else's child, I don't think he'd fucking care. He's so self-absorbed and focused on, like, the bigger picture. He truly does believe he could do anything if he puts his mind to it. And he's got this weird, almost like nihilistic optimism
Oh.
that's just strangely captivating and charming. He's gonna die.
Yep.
But dear God, he'll do it with a smile on his face and probably smashing a lyre over someone's head.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm taking his lyre, by the way.
He went through so many lyres. He still does go through so many lyres. He's got every end of song. He's really into this new lyre music. I think it's punk string.
Punk string.
Oh, I'm more into punk
Water.
pipe, but, you
I
know,
thought you were gonna say punk water.
I get it.
And I don't know why. I've never really gotten into punk string, but for some reason, at the end of every song, he smashes his lyre.
Oh, it's.
And it seemed like such a weightless like the piece, like he does it with such ferocity. The pieces go flying, and you can't even mend it after that because you've lost half of it. But anyway, that's my backstory. Blah 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 blah. Oh, woe is me. Other than that, my life's been great. My father's great. I get to read all day. And
Sorry, that's Alistair speak going. Oh, yeah, yes, no, not the point.
Are you gonna find another person to flirt with now?
honestly, I get to
child.
live vicariously through making friends through every other story. Although you'd be amazed just how many stories have your best friend backstab you for the emotional gut punch in the second half.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, hasn't helped my trust issues.
I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Spoilers.
And I was, yeah.
Like, we get it, offers. It's the most emotionally devastating twist you can do, but stop. You know?
Well, I could think of worse twists, but
I'm actually writing. Okay, can I share a bit of my soul with you? The point was it? Does it really have
Yes.
a the at the beginning?
yeah. Point, whichever you prefer.
I mean, point just sounds dumb, and yet the point sounds equally dumb, and yet seems to work better. I'm not sure why.
Understandable.
And that's the point.
Does Lou just say that from behind him?
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot Lou was there. Yeah. Sorry, you were being honest.
I've been obviously when you spend your entire life reading, you know, you want to try your own hand, right? So I've been kind of just dabbling with an idea and writing some like pieces for it, and it's called Adventures and Orange Fuzz, and it's just kind of taking that twist of like the adventuring lifestyle and setting it with like some retired adventurer, like setting up a tavern. Do you like that reference there, did you?
Yep.
And it's just like,
like this is what this is, yeah.
it's just like a little slice of life book. And I don't want there to be like any strong like emotional. I just want it to be like a nice, enjoyable story. Do you think that's insane? Do you think like anyone would like that?
Honestly, I would love to read something like that. So I'm on the go a lot. Being able to live vicariously through someone who does get to chill out would be great. You know, a prequel set in a bookshop would be really cool. Bookshops and Bone Dusts releasing this autumn. Anyway.
I'm about to say, it sounds like Restaurant to Another World. So I'm down. I love that.
Okay. Like, yeah, I just didn't know if it would have an audience.
Oh,
How did we get onto this conversation again?
I have no
You were wanting something? Oh, you were gonna tell me why you have trust issues.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get away without telling you that.
Just
self accidentally gave NPC ADHD.
Oh, God.
Just describe
I
your
relate to this character too much.
Just describe your party members.
Yeah.
Just...
honestly, I don't know where to start. Like when I was
born.
Oh no, not when I was born. It's when I was about.
It all started when I was born.
When I was about 32, which is about 16 in dwarf age, according to me. Do you see these tattoos? Gestures of the celestial tattoos, yeah.
They're like very obvious, plastered over your bald scalp ones. Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's also a chunk.
I didn't want to like bring attention to it or anything.
Isn't there a chunk?
It felt rude.
Also, isn't there a massive cut? Because I don't think we've healed you from the station, haven't we? So there's like a massive fucking cut.
I assume I clean myself up, but I am still damaged. Yeah.
There's a big cut. Yeah, a big fucking cut in his head.
Yeah. I didn't get those done. Those just appeared.
Just appear. Somebody. So let me get this straight. You got like so blackout drunk that somebody tattooed you.
That happens.
No,
no,
that's the weird thing. I don't drink. They say with an orange fizz in their hand. Again, they've only started drinking since they got the curse of it not being able to turn down drinks.
I need to give you my freaking tankard that means it's non-alcoholic, don't I?
So
wasn't it?
No, I had a dream.
Food.
No, it's anything. It's food or drink. It's food or drink.
I'm treating it as food or drink. If it is just food, I've been drinking a lot for no reason.
Trauma. Trauma.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I had a dream that was, and I think I look. Let's see. Don't tell anyone this, but I pull out Merida and I open up the hatch and pull out the core. I had a dream to make this. And when I made it, this happened. And whenever I tried to tell anyone, they made the same assumption as you. Oh, they're young. They're just, they got drunk, they got a bad tattoo.
Point. Are you Lou is just like standing there listening to all of this. Are you like moving yourself to not show Lou, or is Lou getting to see whatever you're pulling in?
I reckon the point trusts the party enough to kind of know it exists, but not go into the backstory of it.
Details.
Yeah, you would have seen me pull it out before, especially in the Rat Temple. I pulled it out.
Like to describe what it is.
It's essentially a circular harmonica studded with different bits of arcanite.
I remember this, yeah.
For those who had forgotten.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, and nobody believed me. And I've always felt like this thing was calling me, like I had some purpose. But again, nobody believed me. I couldn't find that purpose. Until I came here, to be honest, but that's a story for another time. I don't want to bore you with all of my deep backstory. And yeah, so nobody saw who I really was, and that hurts,
I can see.
Lou gently taps the point on the shoulder.
Oh god!
Like there.
That was the shoulder.
He's being genuine.
That was the shoulder. That was the shoulder Alvina punched. Ah!
Okay. Well, since you did oblige and glance at Lou, I feel like this one has too many stories.
Yeah,
Look at him.
so I don't think it's a secret anytime. If you sleep too close to him, you get dragged into his dreams. And yeah, you get backstory whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
Don't do slumber party with them.
Yeah.
Even people who
Alright,
can't dream get dragged in.
Fine, fine. No, it's not like it's any grand secret or anything. But my name is Philip Warson.
Warson, nice name.
Pleasure to meet you, Phil.
I
Can I
am-
call you Phil?
Yeah, Phil works. Junior librarian, amateur academic, and altogether, I've been described as a SAS machine who likes to parrot people's phrases back to them in sense of irony, but really, the fuckers shouldn't preach things and then immediately go and have it apply to them, should they?
Yeah.
I smile and nod, just spotting Zormir approaching.
Which, speaking of which, oh, he also says, so go ahead, one more question for a freebie, and while you are thinking about that question, we're gonna go back south and see what the fuck happened with Gwent and Zormir. While all that was going on.
Can we start at the end of a story?
Well, first of all, Zormir, because we have to actually go to the alcohol part, which is quite important, because you might die. Zormir, you find Gwent, and were you walking towards Gwent, or you were exploring, weren't
He
you?
was walking past
Yeah.
Gwen.
Remind me what I believe I made you do an insight check.
I've not done one yet.
No, I don't think he's
Give
done one. Yeah.
Give me an insight check while you were looking around trying to discover people, things were happening in the north. We're gonna send you counterclockwise just for convenience
24.
sake. Very nice, very nice. As you're walking past the room, there's definitely some interesting people here. There looks to be kind of officials from a variety of different departments and organizations, just enjoying their breakfast. There's definitely some like hush-hush conversations in the corners where they're kind of keeping an eye out in case anybody approaches or tries to overhear. And as you're making your way around the room and are about to kind of leave the vicinity, you see the bartender out of the corner of your eye return with what appears to be two large padded gloves now on their mechanical hands.
The robot has to have padded gloves for this alcohol. Just pointing this one out, Gwen.
Yeah,
And-
It's
Gwent does have
okay.
hands.
And this is quite like a large,
Just
bulky
also
warforge, and they seem to be made out of this very strange orange-hued metal that, from the kind of glossiness and the reflection of the light, you don't immediately recognize.
Okay.
And it kind of just piques your smithy brain.
Okay, that's not good.
Would Lou be able to see this? And is it
Right.
within 60 feet if he can?
Yeah, it's,
No.
there's a wall in the way.
There's a wall right where you are.
Yeah, you follow point to
Ah,
like
okay.
the other side of the map, and there's like a division between them.
Fair enough.
Rotates back, thinking, "Wait a minute. If they're worried about it doing some damage to them, I'm going."
gonna
I
kill Gwen.
rotate back towards them and start hustling back towards Gwent.
And you do so. It'll take you a couple seconds to get there. As Gwent, you see the large monk-shaped warforged approach you, with what appears to be a small. It's made out of. 1 second. Friday evenings. God, sucks tongue-tied. What appears to be almost a prismatic metal that gives off kind of like an ice vibe. Actually, I think you have seen prismatic ice in the tournament when you smacked right into the wall.
Yeah.
So you may recognize what appears to be like this little prismatic beaker. And as their other hand kind of reaches down, and you see them like kind of split their hand into three as they've previously done, and pour out two orange fuzzes onto the table, they bring their other hand forward and looks at you, looks down at the paperwork you've signed, looks back to you again, and just asks you one final time. You would like our strongest infusion in your drink. Is that still the case? Adventurer?
Yeah, one for him as well.
He seems to see it as like,
point towards
"Oh,
the Furbolg.
you're a fucking mad lad, but okay. He signed his paperwork. You do know what this is, as the Furbolg's looking down at you. You do know what this is you're about to ingest, right?
I have absolutely no idea.
And
Did you even read the waiver?
And
I
you
did
don't
not.
want to, question mark? Are you wanting to go into this blind, or?
Gonna come out of it blind
Right.
anyway.
Right. I'm gonna
Minimum.
keep eye contact with him and say, honestly, it could just be a Thursday, and I raise the glass.
I'm back. Farewell, Gwen. I'm curious what your backup character's going to be.
Your other
Of all the
backup
things that being what
character.
kills Gwent, not what I expected.
I mean, Booze was always going to kill Gwen, one way or the other.
I thought somebody else would kill Gwent, to be honest, first.
Just like the Warforged like hovers his hand over the drinks about to before he like pauses. Oh, I forgot. I have updated procedure. Please pay in advance.
Oh, good call. Good call.
How much is it?
I thought it'd be...
It is 200 gold.
Oh!
I'm not going to lie, I was 100% expecting on that waiver sheet he signed, we can loot your body first.
That's the updated procedure. They don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
It's happened too much.
Chuck, is 200 gold, is it
20 plat.
2 platinum or 20 platinum?
20 plat.
I chuck down 20 platinum.
You just see the Furbolg look over to you.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I've not
That's
stopped
each.
staring in his eyes.
Stop flirting with the Furbolg.
No, Furbolg's reminding you that that's 200 gold each. And
Oh,
you are
Then I
offering to
chuck
buy
another
his drink.
20. I chuck down another 20.
Thank you. Very well, adventurers. Should you survive, you will earn the grand title of Strongest Adventurer.
Ooh.
Good luck, patron. We hope to see your hospitality again.
We hope to see you again.
We hope to see your custom again. There we go.
I thought you were saying, hope you see you alive again, would might be the end of that one.
As he like drips what appears to be just this incredibly deep black purple liquid into the orange fuzz, and as he does so, the orange foam around it kind of wisps up into this large coiling bone snake with a skull on it.
Do me a favor. If you see your god, I'm going to hold out my glass for a cheers. Does he cheers?
For the Furbolg?
Yeah.
He looks at you. I ain't got no god.
Well,
Fucking
if you see
Empire.
one, punch him in the dick for me.
Yeah, punch him in the
I'm gonna chink glasses and I'm gonna take it.
Alright, maybe a constitution saving throw.
Not one.
If you're not ones, you might actually die.
Yeah.
Con saving throw.
You've got proficiency.
Oh,
right?
you know, honestly, not horrendously bad.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm flashing that.
That's probably not a bad shout, actually. Honestly, probably not a bad shout.
As Zormir, you just arrive as Gwent is like downing this drink.
20, dirty 20, right?
Yeah.
The barman is a robot, but you can see his expression.
Of fear. You see the little skull floating in the air still.
You see that the barman has like the alerted symbol on his head from Metal Gear.
But with the flash, you make the save.
Yeah, it was 20, wasn't it? It was 20, wasn't it?
It's 19.
19. Oh, nice
Oh.
call, Zormir.
And as you do so, as you feel it just kind of burn through your body, it settles into this very nice, warm numbness that just tingles at the tip of your fingers. And you, combined with like the fizzy orange, you almost get like a rush of lightheadedness to your head. as everything just feels bubbly. You kind of do a little burp as you involuntarily giggle. And there's just such a comfort around you. A comfort that some may consider divine if they didn't have such an interesting relationship with the divine. As it is often compared to the sensation that a cleric feels when enveloped by their god.
No, never, never.
And you almost do feel a little lighter. Not quite light enough to fly, unfortunately, but a little
Fortunately.
lighter all the same.
I think fortunately.
As you are considered pleasantly intoxicated. Everything is slightly blurry in a good way, and the music just releases dopamine into your brain, regardless of your choice of if you like it or not. But you are thoroughly drunk, but good drunk. You managed to not become bad drunk.
You're a happy
How
drunk.
how does the furbog take it?
The furball, you can just see what can only be described as a dumb smile just spread up his cheeks as he kind of sways a little bit, and you can see the edginess, like the anger and the pain and the hardness and the sharpness kind of just gloss away as his muscles relax. He's not so tense anymore, and for a moment he seems to have just forgotten whatever shit he was dealing with.
That's all he wanted.
Ubedanalas.
Can you I can't quite understand him now.
You know what? Yes, Gwen, you can now understand. Zormir, to you, all you can hear is Ubedanaba. From both
Language
him
is
and
Speaking
Gwen,
Simlish.
They're speaking
and
Sim.
they are speaking drunkage.
that? Okay. Fair enough.
What Gwen is starting out with is, now, let me tell you a story why these three fingers are all a slightly different colour. And then I'm gesturing towards the barman for just a normal orange fizz for us both.
You get it. It's another 2 silvers.
Yeah.
But as you do so, you effectively spend however long you spend here, depending on when your party decides to drag you out. But if you spend long enough, you will just learn everything about this guy's backstory, and I will share information towards the end after we resolve whatever's going on with the rest of the party.
I think we are just hanging out.
He's just chilling.
We are swapping terrible, terrible stories of bad things that have happened.
Trauma dumping.
Yeah, pretty
Zormir,
much.
things hopefully seem to have pleasantly resolved themselves here. You think maybe they don't seem to be throwing up, and that's normally a good sign.
Or throwing hands, which is a better sign.
Psychology.
I look at the bartender and go, "What the hell was that?"
Ah, that was our purple worm infusion.
It was actually
There we
purple
go.
worm toxin.
Yo,
That could have killed you. That could have killed you.
Do not worry, it is perfectly safe, other than potentially throwing up. It is highly diluted, after all. Did you know that alcohol is poisonous?
Mhm.
We have learned that the Noid species seems to enjoy inhibiting diluted forms of poison as recreational activity.
oh, my bloody god! Do you not understand how alcohol works? That you're just straight up putting poison in a glass.
It is not straight-up poison. Like we said, it is distilled and diluted. Here at the Orange Tankard, we serve to please. Now, how may I be of service to you, dear custom?
Yeah, to be fair, if it was undiluted, he would be dead. Like, that could actually one-shot Gwen. I think there's a non-zero chance that Purple could actually just straight up kill Gwen.
How bad is purple worm?
I think it's like
poison?
9d10 or something like that.
It's not 9d10.
Oh, remember the
I've got
battle-
a good chance.
Now,
It's 12d6.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's find
I've got
out.
a decent chance of that.
To be fair, this also
Let's just
isn't
roll it.
this isn't actually poison. He wouldn't have taken 12d6 that he failed. He would have just thrown up and gotten bad drunk poison status.
I think, by the way, that I might be remembering the Pathfinder 2e Purple Worm Poison, I think is actually 9d10.
Oh wow, that's nearly average. That's actually just slightly above average. Actual poison deals like average of 42 as you got there, rolled
Yeah.
49. But like I said, this
Mhm.
this isn't like they're just giving you the poison. This is a distilled, diluted version. It would have just made you throw up and be bad drunk poisoned.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. Is it a happy junk?
Yeah.
I'll have Revivify ready. It's a permanently readied for our party now these days.
Right.
Oh, it's actually
I think
more.
I always have it ready anyway. I think. Oh no, Ray's dead maybe.
It's very hard to verify yourself.
Yep. It's fine. We've got a druid for that back on the ship.
All right.
But
Give
Zormir,
me a try.
are you sticking with these two? They don't seem to be any danger to themselves or anyone else. Hopefully, for the time being.
I look at
you
the
can-
bartender and say, "No, you can't help me in any way, shape, or form. I do not want to purchase any drinks from you, ever."
He just stares at you.
That's a bit rude.
More forced expression. And that is always acceptable, good patron. May we offer you some cool, refreshing water, as you are designated cart driver.
To be honest,
No,
I was
that's-
expecting him to be like the talkie toaster from Red Dwarf.
Hey, my other character is based off a Red Dwarf thing.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Wait, aren't you based off Rimmer now?
The other character is based off the virus.
Ah.
Oh,
Ah.
that explains a lot. That explains a lot,
Crazy.
actually. Yeah, that explains a lot, actually.
No, I'm not the designated car driver. I'm just not into your method of brewing alcohol. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. I hope to see you again, designated non-alcoholic drinker.
Mm-hmm. And note to self, never come here again. And
Okay.
start walking off looking for the rest of them. Is
Designated ship pilot.
Do I start going that way again, or do I go the way that the rest of them are?
Yeah, you can go to the left now. We no longer need to delay you for story reasons because we did this in parts.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That enough time has passed with those shenanigans that you arrived just as we left the point and Lou, with the open fourth question. They are talking to what appears to be a young 20-ish Kenku, with a little bit of like a scholarly look to him. He's just kind of wearing like these cloth, like shawls? Is there
Shawl. Shawl.
Shawl?
There are.
The point
Okay.
you spot Zormir.
Point.
Thinking. Oh,
What do you mean you're
Zormir.
thinking?
You sound like
This
you
is a
just
friend. Don't worry. We've agreed to do some questions back and forth. I'm just thinking of a good question. Deliberately not indicating that this is
Do I
Philip
need-
Lawson.
Do we need another therapy session or something here?
No, I'm good.
Seeming even
Actually-
more broken than usual.
Let me do this, then I'll check in. Just turn to Philip.
Okay.
Zormir claims to be a psychologist.
we don't believe him. We don't believe him.
Yeah, if you need therapy, he might be able to help. Just put it
So
out there.
doctor
Anyway.
in air quotes.
He might be able to.
Anyway,
If you need therapy, he might be able to make the problem worse.
Philip turns to like glances at Zormir. Why apparently?
I am. I do have a doctorate. I'm also
So does Alvina.
studying criminal psychology. I was studying criminal psychology before my master died, you know. So don't insult my degree.
Philip glances back at the point. Why do you hate this one?
Oh, I don't. It's just easier to take everything they say with a grain of salt.
You don't
Is it-
you don't believe
Oh, is
in
this how everyone views me on the ship? Looking
No.
forward.
No, I think fuck you views you slightly worse. And quite likes you.
Wait, so are you questioning their credentials or the science of the mind?
Oh, their credentials.
Oh, their
Absolutely.
credentials.
Okay, okay. It's not like you're a psychology denier.
No,
Okay.
no, that exists.
Because there are lots like that. They claim it's aberration craft.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that. I mean,
We've met aberrations.
No.
They do far
See,
weirder things.
it's like psychology is weird. Aberrations do weird things to psychology. That's two separate things. Anyway.
Mhm.
I see. Turns back to Zormir. 1 second, I gotta grab a name. Oh, that's right. You might want to speak to Dr. Vergas. He's really into psychology.
Where have I heard
You two
that?
might get along.
As in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as in the one who runs the department for Arcanite. Yes, I've met them before.
I mean, he's the, I guess, president, headmaster. I'll go with headmaster. I like headmaster still. He's the headmaster of Stolen Thought.
That explains a lot.
You have been to the academy district, right?
I don't think we've had the
Okay,
pleasure
we're
of going to the
we're
Academy
fairly new in
District yet.
town.
You've
I've
got
got
a
an internship starting there soon.
Oh, are you planning on joining a fraternity?
point is a frat boy. Confirmed.
The
They would-
eyes
they wouldn't,
open.
they wouldn't
I
define it
wasn't
by
at the time,
gender
both.
though. Are you gonna join a house? I'm gonna call it a house.
Nice work.
To be honest, I wasn't where they were about. I would consider it if you have any recommendations.
Oh, I don't really get along with other people as we've already
Oh.
discussed.
That is so sad.
So I never joined one. I'm doing wrong. I got courted a lot, but
Incite him. Incite him.
Oh, no, I believe that straight up.
it's very obvious. It was mostly just to get extra financing.
Mm.
Zormir, you notice that there is kind of pain when he speaks about it. He's being truthful. He did get approached a lot, but there's definitely some baggage there whenever he talks about not just like people approaching him and trying to like be his friends. He seems very alienated from general populace.
So you find it very difficult to connect with people.
Yeah, I already gave my backstory to this one. I don't do repeats.
Don't worry,
That's
Zormir.
fair.
Well, I'll discuss with him if he wants a therapy session.
But yes, if you can stand it, they're really good for resources, and there's lots of activities involving reinforcement studying. More importantly, they have access to alumni of the house who are able to tutelage in specialized departments. I definitely think it's at least worth it if you get the opportunity to join a house. It's not all dumb social like partying, although that is a large chunk of it. Oh, just also be wary of the specialist rules there. Burgess really takes it seriously if you break into any of the restricted areas. As you can imagine, while the general public might not realize it, if you are new here, very quickly come to realize how many restrictions there are, particularly anything involving psionics, or even
Noted.
just like anything with extreme elementalism. Like anything involving like the primal dream or anything, highly restricted, and for good reason, right? The last thing we want is anybody kind of figuring out where Bastion is.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
know.
right.
We're very aware of that.
Yeah, there was something yesterday. I don't know. Old man, like my dad was really going workaholic mode, panicking about whatever happened yesterday. Apparently, some sort of burst of energy exploded.
Yeah, that was
We're helping with
kind
that.
of us.
Wait,
Happy
what?
happy to fill you in later.
Yeah, you know,
So just-
did you hear about that redhead that won the tournament? Yeah, she caused it.
Wait, so just to clarify, you've been here a short time, and in that time, you may have unraveled the secret rebellion headquarters that has existed for over a century.
Yeah,
You
pretty
guys are
much.
you guys are kind of wankers, aren't you? You're kind of bastards.
Oh, weird.
Only
I-
some of us are bastards.
Like you may have just brought ruin.
We also.
Are you guys Nagpas?
No. There
You
is
guys are
no-
secretly Nagpas,
parts.
right?
Yeah.
Have you
they're-
heard about this?
Yes, there are.
I found this
Nagpas
old
in-
we actually
dusty
met
tree.
one on the train over.
You
that's
just
why-
see his expression fall. What?
There is
Yeah,
an
that-
actual-
We had a
that's why
fight with
that's
one.
why Zormir was late. He was going to tell the people that we saw one.
We had a fight
Yes.
with one.
No, but you
You
guys
see
are.
how roughed up the point is? Well, that's because of a Nagpa.
The point. Give me a persuasion check.
Not one.
What am I trying to persuade you?
The Nagpas are real.
You're not very convincing, are you?
No, you guys don't understand. Nagpas are children's story. They're legends. They don't actually exist.
In that case, it was something that looked very similar to a Nagpa
You-
and tried to kill us.
You exactly describe this thing in its
Yep.
entirety. That.
And so I pull out the voodoo doll and just go, it had this.
I see.
Oh yeah, I have the.
Yeah,
You also have the murder
they're
streak.
they're never gonna take you seriously.
Have you actually told me who this is yet? Properly.
No.
No, I'm
They're
respecting their
explicitly
privacy that
not.
They don't want to.
They're explicitly
They
not.
can tell you if they want.
Wait a minute. Why are we giving this random citizen a bunch of information?
They're
It
friends.
might actually start a panic.
Zormir, we were having a conversation. You see those guys on the table over there? Points at the adventures. I was recruiting them for our
Project.
Try to go and chat
Yes.
to them. See if we can get them on board.
I'm inciting the point to see why he's trying to distract me.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, give me an insight check.
Yeah.
This is a valid case.
You have no
Wow.
idea.
Uh, I'm gonna do a reroll on that one.
You gonna
let's
test
see,
me
let's see
I'm
how.
gonna use
Oh,
my-
I don't think you need to.
Nat 20.
That one.
Oh!
That one.
Wow, the point
Yeah.
really bad, really obvious. Like
It's like,
There's
go
literally, like, a
over
bead of
there!
sweat, like,
Go
going down
over
their
there!
forehead.
Staring into your eye.
it could not be more obvious.
Yeah.
Oh,
That might be a good thing, to be honest.
I.
oh, so
Um,
this is the.
You just see you just see the Kenku just pull out their notepad again, write another thing down, flip it down.
Listen,
Ah, so
I'm
this
not-
is the administrator's son, is it?
I'm not going to confirm or deny by remaining
I don't-
silent.
Philip
I
just
don't-
sighs. Yes, I am he, the prodigal son, the one who grants favors like a fucking what grants favors? Genie?
it's a-
Genie.
And
Like a
that's why I
fucking genie.
didn't want to introduce him without his permission.
You know, I'm a psychologist. I kind of figured these things out. I'm also a detective. It's my job. to
Wow.
try and-
You would really like Vergus. He also likes to play detective in his off time. He does these things called what the hell did he describe it as? A murder mystery party?
Oh, I've been,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I've been to
Alright.
one of those.
I've written one of those.
I've been to one of those and I called like 2 years in advance that I was the murderer and was.
I'm investigating actual murders.
Like 2 years in advance before they ever knew they were invited, by the way, or what? Like they
No,
only got asked about it like a
they-
month beforehand.
They said they were going to do a murder mystery party. They were getting one for like a couple of years because they had their eye on one that they saw was coming out. And I went, I'm going to get given as the murderer. This was completely blind. I got handed the piece of paper that says this is what you are. It just went, you are the murderer. I went, Got it?
I've actually
I mean,
investigated-
checks out.
Yeah, no, but 'cause apparently it was they were picking each character based on the personality of the person who was going. And I went, yeah.
As Gwen just said, it checks out.
It was great fun.
Well, he might have played pretend investigation but I've actually investigated actual murders, along with my mentor. There's a
Ah.
difference.
Seems like you say that mentor part with a little air of sadness. Is there a story there?
It's always definitely already said.
To be honest, I've told so many people now, and yes,
Killed by a vampire.
well, someone we are currently hunting here killed them. A vampire who also has penchant for artificery and is quite frankly bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
He
What's the vampire doing so north of the corpse lands?
Right, we're getting into a big amount of
That isn't as
conversation.
obvious as we thought. Okay. Sorry, we thought that was common knowledge at this point. We're not from round here.
From an
Well,
old,
yeah, I gathered that.
from a different dimension.
Yeah. How not from round here do you think? Are you thinking when I just said that?
I don't know, like mirror dimension, maybe.
Further.
no.
Further. Though we haven't met someone from the mirror dimension. If you want to say hi to them.
Wait, people actually live in the. I also thought that was a legend.
Well,
Okay.
Turns out,
I
no.
don't know if they live there, but they were there.
Interesting.
Yeah, they almost killed you.
Yeah, we're
To
we're
save
from
you.
We're from a different dimension where monsters don't rule. Long story. Again, the evil vampire guy kind of caused us to come here. We're trying to help out while we're here. You know, that's kind of
Wow.
part of how we've managed to cause so much chaos since we've shown up.
They
With
are part of,
antagonists.
you are part of the high up, so you'll probably be privy to this eventually. And yes, I'm probably going to try and figure out how to get back to our dimension.
Right.
He thinks you're crazy.
Notice
you
the
know.
fact that I said I'm an artificer.
Did you?
Hmm.
That's not a common practice here.
Well, right, but don't
how
you
many
think it might be
people do you-
harder one way?
How many people do you know who have made this armor? Tink, tink. And then I'll make, as I'm clanking my fist
Yeah,
against
I
the
don't
chair,
think he's questioning you being an artificer. It's just more,
disappear.
The different
It's
dimension
how we
bit.
get back is what he's questioning.
yeah.
What are the Arcanites like in your dimension? You know, I don't think that's a good word. Let's call it
Reality.
Alsphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Name
After all,
drop.
we all studied cosmology, right? We all know that Alterra is a giant planar
Multi-sphere.
sphere, right?
The only one.
Multi-sphere
The
theory.
only one who
know
didn't
how-
isn't here.
Yeah, you know
Like
how
it has defined edges. It has a known end.
Yes. The Alterra is a dinosphere.
Dyson
Yours is a
sphere.
Resin sphere. Yours is a little broken. Ours quite isn't.
It has dinosaurs as well.
Yeah, it also has dinosaurs.
But the Arcanites have they withdrawn into their own subplane
Oh,
in
the
your?
Yes and no.
Does the main one
I can't
actually have?
remember.
They're not drawn into the.
A different one was killed in R1.
One of them was
Well,
actually killed,
first.
wasn't it? Because in this one, didn't they?
No,
The one that got killed
Yellow
didn't.
is trapped. Yellow's
Yeah.
trapped in the actual hell in the abyss.
And is missing a
And,
finger.
Is missing a finger. Not our fault.
Very important detail that aren't relevant to these characters.
Uh, for the rest of them, just in different places, but are sealed themselves away from at least the gods and stuff. Or they still.
No, that's only Copper.
All right.
Only Copper ever sealed themselves away, and that was to protect the source of all magic.
Yeah, I was trying to remember which one sealed themselves away.
Yeah, Copper sealed themselves away and created what is known, what is like Alterra's version of Sigil.
Yeah.
Literally just called the Copper City.
Hmm.
But Yellow is in the Abyss, and as far as the players are aware of. The rest are kind of dispersed throughout. They're not hidden away. You can actually interact with them, and they do get involved in various different campaign plots throughout. But they are just like powerful environmental entities. They normally stay wherever they are. It's rumored to believe that Black and White might be on their respective Fantasia and Disparity, and that the castles are the like chess pieces, castles that make up the like Archphase headquarters, are part of White, who is underneath Fantasia. Similar with Black being underneath Disparity.
Actually, even Alvina might know that last one. Well, that first one.
Can I make a roll to see if Zarmer's interacted with them in any small way?
Give me a fate check. It's still quite a rare occurrence.
Doable, though.
Where have you been? But there are a couple of the lesser ones that are about.
18! It's pretty good.
I will say you will have interacted with one of the common ones that isn't blue. Because you won't have been to Am4.
Is there one that's known to be in the city? Or occasionally goes through there, maybe?
So you don't tend to travel. Oh, I guess purple is known
Void.
The void one is known to like travel around the just around the astral sea and occasionally visit the Citadel of Time on top of the large purple Arcanite like asteroid rock that got dislodged there. There's a rumor that they got into a war a long time ago and like lost their hand, and that's effectively what became the place where there's Githyanki time pirates reside there. Oh, that's not Void. That's that's Violet, because that's the time one. Purple just travels the astral, so maybe you came in encounter with them and they gifted you the propellers for your ship.
That makes sense.
Since your propellers are actually quite rare.
Yeah.
I will tell them about Purple and that no, most of them are active in some way.
There. Feel free to come up with a background story, entirely optional homework of what kind of, I guess, quest you did for Void that resulted in you being gifted your ship's propellers. Can be as complex or as simple as you want.
Got them groceries.
Got them groceries if you want. But you tell them
Help
the
them cross the
story,
road.
and Philip kind of looks at you of, okay, so it sounds like they aren't restricting magic in any way in your universe, in your Alsphere.
No.
You might have more of a problem in this one, simply because of the absence of one of the things that Uncle Darkside and my father have been kind of thingying with in the Arcanite vaults beneath the city. Is the use of platinum to break certain rules.
Yes.
And it's a very intensive process. Like, you have to go through a whole psychological, like, dungeon delve. And apparently, my father says, like, at one point, he talked with Platinum in that dream. He tried to convince Platinum to, like, return magic to the Noids, and apparently this Platinum guy just was not convinced.
Oh, so messing with Platinum to augment my gauntlet wasn't a very good idea then.
Well, I think it's fine if you're trying to do anything that already exists, but it sounds like if you're trying to cross out of this Alsphere, you might need to either get the permission of Platinum or somehow figure out how to bypass him, because it seems like he's got a lockdown on all the major arcane rules. Like, they say the Arcanites have withdrawn from this universe, but between you and me, I'm pretty sure they're still subtly controlling things from the background with some grand Machiavellian plan going on.
Machiavellian, nice.
I believe they're hiding in the rainbow.
Hiding might not be the right word.
Well, they're-
controlling everything from Rainbow.
I've
It's
heard
also
that
there was this mad theory that I was talking about with Damien one night, because Damien likes to really delve deep into the details of potential conspiracies. Dear God, his room's just fucking littered with diagrams.
Why would they
Was.
not want-
Was.
Why is it they don't want me to talk to this one? He seems like he has a mind of his own or something. At least that can listen to reason. I'm sure.
We can discuss that later.
I think it wasn't
But,
specifically Damien. I think it was everybody who's with Damien.
One of the things that Damien came across while cross-referencing all of the rebellion reports is the history of what we refer to as the Arcanite ambassadors. They're these kind of, I guess, crystal humanoids,
Yeah.
but apparently they get periodically released from, or seem to come traveling from the Rainbow Dimension out, and
Oops,
wherever they
hello.
go, great events seem to happen throughout history. They seem to actively
No
have
kidding.
a hand in causing certain things, and it's even said that the rumors of I don't know if you guys know the history of Elysium. It's also another child's tale.
Yes, I believe there's a door that has Elysium tech on it at the bottom of this very area.
Yeah. It's one of the major discoveries we made, I think, 50 years ago.
Point. We still need to see if you can open there or not. We haven't
Yeah,
tested
we've
everyone.
got other things to do first.
I know. I'm just reminding you.
Yeah, I remember.
But it's believed that Elysium came about because of one of the Arcanite ambassadors gifting them the knowledge of the Arcanite, as well as helping them develop and use sources from the other empires. And you can kind of see traces of them throughout history. So I don't care what anybody says. The Arcanite have not abandoned this universe as much as people seem to want you to believe. They're definitely plotting something. They're controlling something for some reason. What? I don't know. It's all very vague. But that's what me and Damien like to discuss on Friday nights.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, it's Thursday today. Nice.
Thursday.
There seems to be a
What kind of events do they cause, or is it just different ones from what the stories say?
All different ones. There was grand wars, betrayals, espionage. Events just seem to happen whenever they show up. They seem
So
to be the
basically
catalyst for
anything and
things.
everything.
But always grand things. Their presence is never seen. Whenever there is a note of them, it's always involved and entangled with some grand event in history.
Not so.
They always seem to cause these events to happen.
So
I've actually heard of that. I mean, it usually
Is it
comes up in
done?
bardic circles. It's called the MacGuffin effect. That there's just certain entities who, wherever they show up, grand things happen.
Look, I'm just saying, have you guys got access to the leadership room, the one with the giant map and the library?
is it where they hold their meetings?
Yeah,
so we've
that
been
one.
in there, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we,
we have access.
access all the time, but we've been in there, yeah, a couple
If
times.
you've got the golden pin thing, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you what. Come by later tonight, evening time, towards dusk, and I'll show you. I'll pull out all the reference materials, and I'll lay it all out for you.
I thought you were going to the Battle of the Band.
That's early afternoon, not evening.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
So after that,
Okay.
because there's also we should probably deal with if you guys are serious that there's a Nagpa here. I'll show you the legend about them. But
Oh, there
Please.
definitely is.
Yeah, so we've got a legend where we're from, and I hope it's not the same one as here.
I tried to punch it and it used an arc like feather.
Twice.
Oh,
They used one when Alvina tried to hit it, and then.
I mean that makes sense. Arc-like feathers aren't that uncommon.
I need more.
Well,
They're
technically they
also
are
very
uncommon.
tough without armor.
But anyway, before we end this conversation, because guys, I've given you all this time, and I was enjoying a study
thank you.
session.
Yes.
You had
And
a-
we
you had a-
really
you had a fourth
appreciate it.
question.
Thanks.
Yes.
So
question.
ask me your fourth question, and
I've got a
that's
question.
relevant to whatever the hell Damien's up
Okay,
to these
I-
days.
Oh.
Okay,
I
I'll
was
give you
gonna ask-
each one question, since you
Yes,
entertained my conspiracy talk. Look, I like talking people's ears off about Arcanite.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Not the technical stuff. I couldn't care less. I
no,
care more about the
I would quite
conspiracy
like
stuff.
to discuss
and
this with
history.
you more at any point, but at the moment, given what we've been hired to do and that, when and where do you think we would be able to find Damien Darkseid?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't know where he is.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay.
You? What's your
No.
question?
Oh, do you know what the receptionist would like as a gift?
Fucking idiot.
What, Annabelle?
I don't know them.
Nothing.
Yes, Annabelle. I don't know them very well, and if you know them a bit better than
Wait.
me.
I'm just wait. You have access to the son of the administrator, the second most powerful man in the rebellion. I have knowledge of all of the internal workings, and I've spent my life studying and reading about history.
Yes.
And your question is what the receptionist would like as a gift.
Yes.
You have access to the vast intellect, not to brag, but
Not to brag, but I'm alright.
I have talked to some of the academy students, and dear God, if that's what they're working with over there. Philip Warson. And your question is to ask me about what a girl likes.
Well, I thought you might know Annabelle a bit better than us, since we've not been here quite as long as you have.
Philip gets off his stools, just starts walking away.
Well, Blue's got a question.
You could have just said no.
Alright, if you promise not, just so you know, do not fall asleep while you're at this study thing tonight. I guess, do you want a question too? Since you've also listened to my insane ramble.
Yeah, Lou's here. Just blanks.
I've already asked the question and you answered it.
I
So
can't remember what the question was. What did I answer you?
about the events that the
Oh, the Arcanite.
Arcanite ambassadors can cause.
Oh yeah, if you ever come across an Arcanite ambassador, find out if they're plotting stuff. I want to see if it's deliberate or not, or just like a weird twist of fate.
It's just by
Yeah, we didn't
accident.
get to ask last time we saw one. Just drop that in there.
Phil just like looks at all of you, just
I
like,
was deliberately not saying that.
look, this is too much. This is too much. Eve. I need to process this.
It just leaves.
I will say it was in one of the dream things, so probably not real.
Oh Jesus.
And they only telepathically spoke to me.
After a second, he comes back, starts peering at all of you, and just like he like taps each of you.
You are real. You are real.
It probably goes
Okay.
slightly through
Look.
me, but enough to show there is a real thing underneath.
Um,
Just illusory outfit.
I'm never drinking again.
Okay. I'm sorry if we've psychologically scarred you. I will do my best to help you out.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure you weren't somehow made of Arcanite.
I don't think I am.
I have.
Okay, I'm fucking
Arcanite
leaving now.
and-
I am not kidding. It would
Okay,
be
see you
so great if he like poked Alvina if she was there. It just sparks. Because the tattoos are actually Arcanites.
Okay, there goes my idea of finding out something that the reception was like.
You do not know how to talk to women, so.
So, oh yeah, why do you want to know that?
Oh, I made a deal with them. If I bring them something, they might expedite the
Query.
The query I made to send information about the Nagbar.
Oh.
Wait, so
know
your
that strong
option
feature
is
meets up,
bribery?
Yes.
Bribery? No.
All right. To bring
Yes?
us to a
The
close,
point is definitely decided. Oh, yeah, Zorm is asking the receptionist out on a date.
as we are past 9, to bring this to a close. Dear God. Well, technically, we managed to end the tavern scene with Philip by the end of the session.
Yeah.
I literally had to
By
drag
him
him
walking
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not.
He was a
realize
nice
Philip
guy.
I think
Didn't
that may be
expect
the NPC I've roleplayed most throughout this entire campaign.
Up there. Up there with Abby. I think it's up there with Abby.
Oh god, I
Yeah.
just remembered our.
You remember the other half of the
how
camp?
we get Damien to come back.
You remember the other half of the party as well, what they're doing.
Yeah.
Gwent,
Yo.
you learn a couple things about Jack Bilfer and the
Ye-
Black Grove Guards.
Oh, we've got to put his name on his token, by the way.
That's fair. Here, Jack
Jack.
Bilfer.
Oh, I was calling him Hilford in my memes.
Nope, and it's Fur F-U-R.
Okay.
Bill's fur.
Bilfer. But Jack is specifically here in town. He's traveled quite a long way to requisition funds and help from the rebellion to support the Black Grove Guards. The Black Grove Guards are a specialist organization of furbolgs and druids that effectively try to maintain the nature of Blackvein Swamp.
Oh!
Oh.
Yay!
Wait,
And
so
actively fight against
maintain the dragon that's there?
and a fight against the destructive the destruction caused by Blackvein's Black Dragon children.
I need to talk to this
Okay,
guy.
not go near there.
I mean, he needs to talk to this person.
And he will
Nope.
talk your ear off about all the close encounters he's had with adult black dragons.
Yay.
As well as the one time he saw Blackvein himself, the ancient, beyond ancient black dragon, who is said to be able to turn the very land around him into acid, that with one glance of his eyes, Jack tells you that he watched a fellow druid, all of the water in their body turn to acid and dissolve in front of him.
Oh, it's a great worm. It's one of the OG great worms. Yay.
Alvina is
they've-
never going to be told this. Just to let you know. Never.
When he
Aw.
talks about it, he talks as if like there is
Haunted.
no hope. That all they're doing is kind of just trying to hold back the onslaught of corruption to the forests.
Delaying
That
the inevitable.
like he doesn't ever talk about defeating any of them. It's all about just mitigating damage as much as possible before they all die.
Delay the inevitable.
There is just absolute despair in his voice. And yes, with that cheery note, that is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Great worm. OG 3.5 style great worm. Hell yes.
Party have met a couple of new NPCs, pissed off some older NPCs, and
Looted a room.
got to enjoy the beautiful drink and atmosphere of the Orange Tankard, which is
Very beautiful drink.
Which is a beautiful franchise tankard tavern that is going to be the default tavern you always find
Hell
anywhere
yeah.
you
They
go.
all look the
Because
same.
It's
I'm
the,
not drawing another map.
It's the Premier Inn of taverns. Nice.
Please tell me each of them is just a different fruit.
The
Nope,
orange.
'cause that would require me to recolor things. They are all orange tankards.
Okay.
No, it's
Because
all.
I like the idea of this one franchise that is just built on one orange pop drink.
I thought it was gonna be.
That
It has to be an
sounds
orange
fantastic.
coloured fruit. He's gonna go through every kind of orange coloured fruit.
And Zarmir is just like, nope. I'm not drinking any of their stuff. They don't know how to brew.
You're not brew beer, Bob. Different character.
No.
But yes, with that, that has been the Orange Tankard. Tune in next week where we might actually go to the Battle of the Bands. Hilariously,
No,
that
we
map
won't.
I've had prepared before this map.
We won't because I've got a feeling there might be a hard intro of we blow up the fucking residential block.
Please don't blow up the residential block.
We might. We've got about. We realise we have about 4 tons of explosives, I think, on us.
I will have the incarts imprison you.
I know. That's
Or
why
at least
I realised that. That's why I was like, we might actually, because neither of us know how to like measure it effectively. So we might...
It's fine. It'll be the story of everyone else at the Battle of Bands, and then just you and Fuck You trying to evade capture by the equivalent of the incarts are based on the guys from Ba Sing Se.
Oh, the Daily. The Daily.
Yeah, just trying to avoid the Dai Li capturing you.
The best part, Alvina and Fuck You are 2/3 of the Battle of the Bands team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gonna be the point trying to somehow utilize the rest of the party. It's like, surely you must have something, at least like a tempo, like any take.
You can hold a beat, right? You can hold a beat, right? Can't. No.
If you give me an hour, I can change my thing to have pyrotechnics in my build.
But yes, with that, I need to stop talking. My voice is already going. God, I need more water. This has been Alterra. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. Tune in next week. These might be wonderful players. I've been your DM, and good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. That was awesome. I'm really looking forward to next time. We're not going to get the Battle of the Bands. There's no chance in hell we're getting the Battle of the Bands. But I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to hopefully finding out through other means about the giant black dragon and all their kids.
No, never know.
We'll find out somehow.
You don't know anything about it yet.
I do actually. I know quite a bit about it. I just don't know these specific bits.
Yeah.
You know
That's
nothing
what I
about
mean.
it.
Yeah, Alvina's gone out of her way to look up stuff, so we've got. She's gotten like all the information apart from what Gwent's just gotten us. I think it was through her.
Alvina will be steered away from the dragons every turn now.
But yeah, that's what we got time for. See you guys on Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a fantastic evening. I just want to keep playing video games for you. Awesome. You guys are the best on Twitch. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Good night. See ya!
Bye.
Yeah.
Question.